I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. Good news is I also don't care because I'm doing so well for myself. I have a great positive following. I get people who support all my content. Why would I care that they do that? I'll be successful every single day that I want to. No, they're not affecting me at all. Someone just asked. Someone brought it up, so I respond. I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. It's too frivolous, it's too time-consuming, and it's too expensive. That's number one. I'll be successful every single day that I want to. Good news is I also don't care because I'm doing so well.
Hello out there, detractors, and welcome back to the Snortex. A lot to review and a lot moving forward. Yesterday didn't go so good for Phil, as we may have suspected. The double non-goal, double not fucking hit, I guess. And most importantly, I think we have to talk about the Crunchwrap conspiracy. So let us take a look. First things first here at the Daily FAP from last night. Oh, this pitiful, pitiful man. Let us just start there because, I mean, where else do you start, really, if not this?
SP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 27th of April, 2026. Admittedly, after 2 awesome days of streams where I felt like everyone was excited for what I was doing and everyone having a good time, today was a little bit of a downer, I would say. Let's talk a little bit about.
Gee, why could that be? You made $116 on your first stream and $130 on the second.
That. The combination of games that I picked today, I guess for whatever reason, just happened to be a bad combination.
Gee, maybe. Or you suck. Big ups, movie sign. Thank you for being a member for 14 months. What you know about it with Toxi Time Big Ups. And thank you so much, honey, for the 5 gifteds. If you are here and you got a gifted membership from Movie Sign, say thank you because it's a nice thing to do. Don't be a dick.
There's one game I've been playing in the rotation that has kind of underperformed ever since the first stream. And the good news is it's a shorter game, and I like the game, so I'm going to finish it. But it does suck that for some reason I can't really get a bigger audience for it or an audience that's more engaged or supportive of the game. On the flip side of that, the other game I played today is one that did really well when I played it last time. And this time, the second time around, didn't really work at all. Let's talk. So what I'm talking about tonight.
Do we have to talk about it? I personally don't see the need, but okay. Apparently getting 250 out of 300 just isn't going to cut it.
Is that I started off today with the DSP morning show. Interesting story today. All of the Steam controller information has been released. It actually is coming out on May 4th. You have to get it straight through Steam. I go through the whole rigmarole and explain the whole story so everyone knows how to get this controller if they're interested when it goes on sale next week. Okay?
Yeah, everybody knows how to go to the website and click like buy now, my guy. We're good. We're set. We got it.
We did some chill Q&A. Hung out for a while. It was a good hour build up for my first gameplay stream of the day, which was Pragmata. So, in regards to Pragmata, okay?
Apparently, he's just playing Pigmata just, like, bad as fuck. Like, like, nobody cares.
I am now in the 4th of 5 areas of the game, and we're a good chunk into the 4th area. Likely 1 to 2 more streams, Pragmata will be done, and the playthrough will be complete. It's not a very long game. I believe right now we're around 11 hours in, and they were saying even if you're like going for completionist, which I'm kind of am looking for all the items, it's only like 15 hours long. That's why it's a discounted game at $50 rather than like 70. So, I like Pragmata. I think the graphics are outstanding. I think the story is interesting. It's actually getting more interesting now. We're running into more unique enemies where, I don't want to spoil, but basically the game isn't all just robots. Let's put it that way. So that's cool. And I think that the game's getting more engaging and interesting with different kinds of hacking and weapons and everything the further in that we get. But for some reason, Pragmata is not resonating with the audience. People are saying they're bored of
this music that's going on behind him. Whatever it is, it sounds like somebody taking bubble wrap and twisting it like a fucking washcloth, like a fucking dish rag. All I hear is and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I swear to God, it's whatever shit fucking music he's got going on. And it might be making me crazy.
The game, they find it not that entertaining, and I'm like, but it's basically Dead Space, but with a puzzle every time that you fight. How is that not good? Like, people love Dead Space. I legit don't know. I think the puzzles are interesting.
You like one game. Why is you no like game that like other game? I don't know. What is happening?
I'm finding the story more riveting the further in I get. I don't get it. And it seems
riveting. You fucking heard it here first. The story is riveting.
like no one can really explain to me why this game doesn't really work or isn't working for them.
I can explain, but you probably don't want to hear my reason why.
I'll tell you this, in general, the internet likes it. You know, it's not, it seems to be something with my audience.
That should be more concerning to you, though, is it not? That should be more concerning. Everybody likes it, but nobody wants to watch me play it. But the game is good and everything's good. What? JD, thanks for the 220, honey. I appreciate you. DSP is so ungrateful he made over $200. Yes, sirree, he sure did. And he still doesn't care. That ain't enough.
But not in general with the internet. The internet likes this game.
Gee, what don't they like, though? Let's rub those last two hopeless brain cells together and see what we can come up with.
So today, you know, attendance wasn't great. I think we barely even had 200 on YouTube today. Engagement, not really. There's a few people paying attention, but a lot of people are not. Support, we did a little over $100.
Still, this super unhealthy obsession with what people are doing in his chat. Very peculiar to me.
If I remember correctly, but we certainly didn't do great. It was okay. And for a new game, you know, that's shorter and we're almost done with it, it kind of sucks that it already fell off so hard on like stream number 4 for the game. So, yeah, disappointing.
This really cannot still be surprising to this man at this point. Really. You play a game, does fairly well, then after 3 or 4 streams, no one gives a fuck anymore. And there are a number of reasons, not just that he sucks ass, although that's definitely one of them, but there's other reasons too. And I can't believe that he still can't sort this out.
Pointed with Pravada's performance. Good news is we're almost done with it, and we will be done with it sooner rather than later, so that's okay. But it does suck that, you know, it didn't maintain any kind of full-time interest, you know what I'm saying? Then there was Vampire Crawlers. So I played this game originally on Saturday night. It is a combination of Slay the Spire with Megabong, but Castlevania. It's a really weird hybrid, okay? Because I recently...
It's not. Just real quick, just to squash that. It's not. I took a peek at the stream last night and I tried to watch it. I watched it for about 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes, and I couldn't handle anymore. It was so fucking boring. Nobody was there. He was just staring angrily at the screen and, of course, not saying anything, not talking. And I couldn't care. He wasn't even remotely attempting to try to make me care. So
we played Megabonk and then Slay the Spire. It's allowed me to understand this game at a better level and actually play it better. And what I mean by that is tonight, I did really well. I picked 3 new characters. Each run with each character, I actually won. Now, there was some...
I don't think anybody was around for all of that, but sure. Great guy. That's awesome. I love that for you. Trolley, thank you for the 5. When this time of year rolls around, DSP is positively bursting with joy. Bursting. No, not till Friday.
Challenge to it, but...
You have to wait. Don't ruin it.
I was basically getting perfect combos, perfect upgrades, picking the right combinations, and just dominating the game. And people just...
I agree. Not a good game to stream at all. Like you say, especially for Phil. No, absolutely not.
Sat there, either not talking about the game whatsoever or saying it was boring. YouTube barely had 150 viewers.
Yeah, that shit last night was DOA. I mean, and I say that as nicely-ish as I can.
This is a new game. It didn't even come out a week ago yet. And already people, the second stream, are already detached from it. To be honest with you, if it weren't for one person came in and really likes this game and supported it like crazy, they gave over $80.
I didn't see who this whale was. I wasn't around when that was happening. So apparently it would have gotten a lot worse if this one dented whale hadn't have given him like $80.
To the stream, Okay, if it wasn't for that particular person, the stream would have been a miserable failure. If they didn't show up, it would have been my slowest stream of 2026. So,
but isn't that kind of weird, though, that one person saves it from being, quote unquote, like an awful, abysmal failure to making it kind of sort of okay, from the worst stream you would have had in 2026 to nearly hitting the non-goal? Like one person has that kind of power. What was all this smack talk about master of your own destiny and the whatnot? Ghost Viper, thank you for the 5. Dead Space is killing the business, dudes.
this sucks because here's why.
Dad Space. I read it wrong because I'm retarded. Sorry.
One of the big things that I wanted to do this year was branch out and try different kinds of games, indie games and genres.
That's great. Try all the new things you want. When they don't work, you just pull yourself up by the bootstraps and go, well, that did not go how I thought it would. Okay, well, we're going to put this in the no pile, and we will never explore that again. All right, we're going to move on. Why do we have to have this whole thing about it? And it has to be so sad and depressing and confusing and drawn out. Just, okay, this didn't work. We're going to move on here.
Genres of games that I had never experienced before.
What? Why do I care? I don't want to sound like a complete bitch right now, but why do I care what games you have experienced or what you haven't? Do you give a fuck about like the games that like any of your audience has experienced? Oh, did anybody catch him yesterday? Fucking crash out and just get ignorant at that Ava Cowboy fan loser or whatever. Like, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about what's going on in your life.
Gabong, Slay the Spire. Those are exactly that. This game
Toxie, because now he has an editor, so everything is a clip. I'm going to need a little bit more information on that.
is a combination of both, and it has gothic horror like I love, and it has a throwback vibe.
You don't appreciate horror. In no way, shape, or form do you appreciate anything like horror. No, absolutely not.
Vibe like Castlevania.
We all watched you play Resident Evil Requiem, and we all collectively died inside watching you do that. I watched you play Silent Hill Remake, Silent Hill F, Silent Hill, Resident Evil 4 Remake, excuse me, Requiem, all that shit. No, it hurt. It hurt inside.
So why isn't it working?
The confusion is wild.
I'm absolutely sure there's other people who've been playing this game and it's working.
I'm sure too. I'm sure there's people playing every game that you've rage quit in the however long, and they're doing better than you. Positive.
I have no idea why it's not working for my audience, and honestly, no one can really explain besides just saying it's boring.
Well, they've attempted to tell you that it's you, but bless your little heart, you just don't listen worth a fiddly fuck. So if you're not going to listen, if you're not going to, I have a whole video planned out where I'm going to have a whole thing of like, where he shits on people and tells people they're wrong, and then it flips over to, why isn't anyone in the chat? Why isn't anybody talking to me? Why isn't anybody here?
Okay, so I'd like to know what's going on. If
you suck ass, dude. Like, what do you want? I don't know what else you want. And people have attempted far nicer than me to tell you that.
If you guys have any insight, we will talk about this tomorrow on the podcast. I'd like to know specifically about both Pragmata and
both
Vampire Crawlers, because here's the truth. You guys were like, are you going to play Vampire Crawlers last?
We're going to hear about this all day today, by the way. If you're wondering what the podcast is going to be about, it's going to be this. About how Pigmata and whatever the fuck the name of the other one is not working. And gee golly gosh, fellas, what do we do? Nothing is working.
Last week, and I said, well, let's wrap up with a couple games. So we got a few games out of the schedule so I could play it. Then I play it, and it's not doing well. So
I quit a bunch of other shit that wasn't working. Now this shit isn't working. This dude is scrambling. Oh my God. How long till we get Cucksim back? Can we get Cucksim back? Movie Sign, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Gee, all those games you played aren't working. I wonder what the common denominator was, Dave.
What the heck, right? I want to be able to pick the best games for you guys and the ones that you want. So that means that we have to discuss, what is it really that I should be trying out? Maybe I should have done something different. Should I have done Tomodachi Life instead? Should I have done a completely different game instead, right? I don't know. I don't have the answer, and I'd like to know what's going on. that this isn't doing so well. All right.
Yep, that's the attitude that he's going to have walking in here today. I'm sure he's already live. As soon as we finish this, which shouldn't be any time at all, then we're going to go live. But yep, that's going to be what it is today.
So let's have this discussion tomorrow morning on the podcast, or unless you want to leave a comment on this video, I'm all ears. It wasn't a horrible day.
That's what we're going to have, that language of, well, come on, guys. Tell me why it's not working. Tell me why I only made 200 and what the fuck did he make? 200 and I can't math quick. I went to public school. Tell me why I only made $246, 246 instead of 300. I think it was 246.
Each stream still did good. You know, we had fun. The gameplay, I genuinely enjoyed and had a great time with it all day long. So I hope that you enjoyed at least watching, those who were there and enjoyed those games. But
you realize, as a person who is supposed to be quote unquote entertainment, and this is a little bit different when it comes to streamers, but generally your audience isn't particularly giving too much of a fuck about what kind of an experience you have. You're there to be the entertainment. You're there to give them the experience, one that they would want, whatever that may be, depending on whatever content it is that they are attempting to consume. Like, you realize that's on you to provide the entertainment. And these people are not required to pay you just because you say things like, I like the game and I'm having a good time. If every time in my life I've ever said I'm having a good time, no one's ever walked up and been like, hey, Toxie, you're having a good time. Here's $100. Great job. Glad you're having a good time. That's not how this works. You need to entertain them, or have these folks somehow come to the conclusion that you're working really hard or you figured something out or whatever the case may be. I've never in all my life heard of, like, you know, this person seems like they're having a really good time. I'm going to slip them a 20. What? Why?
Curious why they're not working. Why are other games working really well, like Pokemon, right?
Because you can lie and say that, oh, you like all these games and you're enjoying them, which we all know is bullshit. You can lie and that's fine. But the problem is that even though you're lying that you're having a good time, it's very transparent that you're not. It's very transparent that you don't care. And it's also fucking ironical that every time, no matter how close you get to that 150, if you don't hit that 150, we have to have this fucking meltdown. You made 116 on the first and 130 on the second, albeit saved by one whale. That's $246. That ain't bad for a day of your work, which is sitting on your ass. Was it a hard day, Cupcake, sitting there eating Taco Bell and complaining about it? Yeah, Muffin. Life's fucking rough.
Really, really well. So why not these? All right, we'll talk about it tomorrow, okay?
You can't honestly shrug your shoulders at this point, because now you're just looking swell fucking stupid. Thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Speak content.
But in addition, today was also DSP Tries It. I tried 3 new items from Taco Bell. One was terrible, one was pretty good, and one was a complete and utter scam.
No, he is a complete and utter retard. There are 2 very big differences here. But the fact that he thinks that Taco Bell is openly, quote unquote, scamming people is really, really funny.
And what I mean by that is there is an item that Taco Bell is advertising.
I believe it's called the double, triple, double. Who the fuck cares? It's some kind of Crunchwrap Supreme.
And they don't give it to you.
Yes, they do.
If you
Big ups, Virgil. How you doing, honey?
Order it, they just give you the same thing that they always would.
Incorrect. If you watch the DSP Tries It, which don't, gross, but if you do, he can't even tell you what makes it different from the original Crunchwrap Supreme. So it's called the triple double because you get 3 shots of meat as opposed to 1. I said it on purpose. Do with it what you will. And you get the triple beef or whatever. And then there's 2 of those little crunchy tostada shell thingies in it. I don't know. I don't get Taco Bell a whole lot, and I don't get Crunch Wraps when I do. So that's what it is. That's all you get. And if you've ever watched a TikTok or anything of people who work at Taco Bell, look at a quote unquote serving of their beef when they make a taco or a burrito. It is next to nothing. So for them to hit you with 2 more servings of beef to make it triple as opposed to just one, it really isn't. I don't really think it's that special. I don't think it's that great, but it's there. And that is the difference. And he couldn't even tell you what it was, couldn't even tell you what was different about it. Just knew that it wasn't different, which it was, and has now proceeded to call it a scam. Beef injection. Love it. Indeed. Yes.
They don't really have the new version. It doesn't exist.
They don't need to have, there's nothing different. It's still beef, and it's another one of those crunchy shell disc thingies.
They're lying.
No, they're not.
Actually selling a phantom item.
They are not selling a phantom item. So I did my homework on this because I don't know. I guess I just have that kind of free time. And I watched several people review the Crunch Wrap, and several people, unlike Philipper here, were intelligent enough to cut it open down the middle and actually give you a shot of what it actually looked like. And in all fairness, it is very hard to tell the difference. Crunch Wraps are very messy. They're loaded with a lot of lettuce and stuff like that. So it is very difficult to see. But you can see that second tostada shell or whatever the fuck it is in there. But you have to kind of cut it open down the middle and kind of give it a looky-loo inside. And he just shoved it in his gob and didn't fucking say or do anything different. So couldn't tell you what was on it that was different, why it was different. In fact, told you that it wasn't different. So food review of the year, ladies and gentlemen, goes to this douchebag.
That isn't really in existence. I couldn't believe it because I was eating it. I was like, this is the same as the regular one. Like,
oh, I appreciate you, Chio. Thanks, honey.
There's no difference. This is a scam.
It isn't a scam. It's not much of a difference, but it is a difference nonetheless.
So I want you to watch the video, obviously.
Don't watch the video. I just explained everything in 2 minutes. Don't bother.
It is live over on the DSP Reacts channel, and it has been made the featured video. As of right now, it has around 260, almost 300 views. It's only been live for like 3 hours. I hope that you'll give it a look over.
He knows a scam when he sees one. I agree that he does, but this is where this guy has gotten to. He needs to say things like, this is a scam, or this is the worst game ever. It's an attempt to, it's like borderline clickbait.
Tonight on DSP Reacts, I think you'll enjoy it if you give it a look, but I'm shocked that they actually are blatantly false advertising.
They're not. He's just fucking stupid.
Like, it actually is false advertising.
And this is why I trust Review Bra over Phil. I looked on his channel and he did the chicken bites or whatever the hell it is that Taco Bell has that's brand new. I was actually purposely looking for his review on this Crunch Wrap, but I couldn't find it because I wanted to play a clip if he actually did it.
So,
because of course, naturally, he was inspired by Phil, of course.
I'm shocked.
Scammers always think they're being scammed. It's a mentality. It really is. Cheaters always think they're getting cheated on. Scammers always think they're being scammed. It's true. It's a thing. It's like a mindset.
That they actually are selling. And by the way, someone just left a comment on my video saying, every review I've seen of this new item is exactly the same as yours. Everyone just gets the original item. They don't actually make it. It does.
That's not true. Every review that I saw, they did agree that there's really not much of a difference, but there is a difference. It's just not a very satisfying one, I guess is how you could say it.
Doesn't exist. Wow. Anyway, so enjoy DSP Tries It. I hope you'll like it, okay? Tomorrow, what are we doing? We are doing a podcast in the morning. We're going to talk about Pragmata, and we're going to talk about vampire crawlers and figure out what to do.
Okay. With that being said, let's just go on ahead and wrap this up on account of I don't want to hear anything that this asshole has to say about it. Because we're just going to go and we're going to hear it live.
Engagement.
Oh, wait till you see the outfit of today, ladies and gentlemen. It is, I'm going to advise if you have small children with you, I'm going to need them to leave the room. If you're eating, stop eating. I'm telling you right now. If you are eating, turn this off, go watch something else, or stop eating. Remove small children, perhaps, I don't know, frail women, animals. You have absolutely been warned. I'm going to find the beginning of this here. Oh, he's been here for a minute. Okay, hang tight. You have been warned. This shit is nasty.
Good morning, everyone. Guess what? We are halfway through this streaming week already. Today is technically hump day. And so it's time for a midweek edition of the Level 1 podcast. Today we're going to get all caught up. We're going to talk about the status of all the current playthroughs, including two that at this point seem to have sputtered out a bit, which is surprising. I mean, both of these games are relatively new, and one of them particularly is like a big video game favorite right now, but for whatever reason, sometimes things don't work for me. Not necessarily that the game is bad, not necessarily that I don't like it or, I'm not doing well in it. Sometimes it just doesn't resonate with the audience, and I think today we will talk about two games in the rotation that we have to determine, do we continue with them or...
I don't know, but sir, could you please, could you put your chest hair away?
Do we pack it up and do something new already? It's important to have these conversations, all right?
Please stop pulling this shirt down.
So, we will chill, we will talk, we will recap, and of course we're going to get hype because we have a second half of the week coming up that's going to be great, including a new release and a marathon. All right, folks, it's the middle of the week, and it's time to talk about the future. So sit back and relax.
Does it involve a higher necked shirt, please?
Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Level 1 podcast.
For the love of God. What is this? What is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What in the holy mother of fuck? I have no idea if he paid for it, Spoon Hurler. I assume this is something that the editor made. Yes? Ryan, big up, Sonny. Thank you for the 5 gifteds. I appreciate you.
Alrighty, everyone. Well, welcome to the show.
What is this? Look at this. What the fuck happened to you? You look half ashamed and embarrassed. Look at his face. You know he never saw this before till right now. Because this makes him look like an absolute tard. Look at his face after this.
Alrighty.
What in Carmen Sandiego is happening? I'm thanks for the 220. I am die. Thank you forever.
Hey, everyone.
What is this face? He's like half ashamed, half embarrassed.
Well, welcome to...
What is this? This is mental illness. Y'all, this is mental illness. This is what crazy people look like. This is what people look like at those buildings where you live in a padded room and people look through a small window at you forever. This is what they see when they look through the small window.
To the show.
Oh, this is haunting. And I'm going to grab it because it'll make a great thumbnail.
Oh, it is Tuesday, the 28th of April, 2026. I'm DSP, and indeed, this is the Level 1 podcast. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're ready to chill with Phil here on the show. How you doing? Let's say hello to everyone, and let's see who we've got.
Let's not do dented roll call. Oh, something else I have to do. We'll get there. We'll get there.
You fixed now. Sorry about that. Thank you for telling me. On the kick side, we've got Rattler, Make It Clap, Mario Handcart, Rowdy Roddy Trotner, Spoons, Wall Run Enjoyer, Stepdad is here, Snow Carl's son is here. I don't have a Snow Carl himself, but his son is here. Assy32, Omega Trees, Garce is here, Super Bonchan, and more. Hello. Welcome to the show. Good morning, everyone. It is time to chill and
Oh, this is so dented.
talk about everything that's been going on around here for the first half of the week. All right. And, you know, this is a very long streaming week for me. 7 days of straight streaming. This is
No, Ben, the answer is hell to the no.
day 4 of 7. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, I've had a great time this week so far. Really, I have. I think that this week, all the content that I put out has been great. Great gameplay and advancement in pretty much, you know, all the different games that I've been juggling. And the good news is it looks like we are heading into the home stretch of several games. For example, with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, we actually have already beaten 2 out of the 4 final endgame areas. We're into the 3rd, and we could probably beat that 3rd and the 4th next time we play, meaning maybe another couple streams and we will finally beat Dragon Quest VII, right? Pragmata. Pragmata is a shorter game. Most people say even if you go for all the content, it's around 15 hours long. We're around 11 hours in, and we're already in the 4th of 5 areas, and the 5th area is the final area, and then it's the conclusion of the game. So again, another 1 to 2 streams, and we might actually finish up that playthrough. And that's a good thing, all right? It's good to finish up content and be able to move on to other stuff because
Yeah, I think it's about time you moved on to other stuff for sure.
as you all know, as we talked about, there was stuff that I was basically not playing because I was in the midst of too many playthroughs, like Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. I think that would be a fun late-night stream to do a couple times a week. Good variety of stuff, having virtual islanders and stuff, doing silly antics and the like. That could be a pretty fun, interactive couple of hours when we stream it. Or how about the ridiculous amount of games that we added to my Steam wish list that we never went back and took a look at because I was busy first with Retro Rewind and then with other games like Vampire Crawlers. We'll finally have opportunity to check out some of those too. So, interesting, right? Interesting stuff. But I do want to talk about a couple of the games that currently we are playing in the rotation that sadly just haven't caught on because I'm curious why. You know, as a creator, as a streamer of video games, I want to know why something isn't working. And there could be various different reasons, okay?
Here we go. This is the conversation that we knew we were going to have, demanding to know why things aren't working, which is code for I demand to know why you're not giving me all of your money.
Sometimes the game sucks. Just to be honest, okay? But in this case, with a couple of games that I'm playing that I don't think have really done very well, I don't think that's the case. I think the games are good. Notably, both of these games have sold well and are doing well. So the question is then,
Both.
why aren't they resonating with my audience, right? If they're working for
Because you blow.
me as playthroughs and I'm enjoying them, why aren't people actually, like, showing up to hang out for these streams? So we're going to talk about that today. Now, there was a little teaser released for Alien Isolation, the new one. It doesn't even really have a new name yet, I don't think. If you guys are interested, I would react to that today. It's not very long, but it might be a little interesting thing to look at. If you guys want to, and if time permits, we could look at the gaming schedule, but I'm not sure if we want to or not, okay?
Put me down for no.
What I mean by that is, I'm not sure if I really want to do a full hour plus going through the gaming schedule today, but we should do it soon. Because people have been asking me recently, oh, what are the games that you're most hyped for this year? What's the next couple games that you're playing in like May and June? And I have the answer for like the second half of May. But in reality, we haven't actually looked at the gaming landscape for a while. It's been several months since we actually went through the schedule to figure out exactly, you know, what games are coming out when. And then it's hard to answer that question. You know, a lot of times these games are blindsiding me. Like, I didn't even know that Tomodachi Life was coming out last week. And then it was out already. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. So obviously I wasn't ready for that. And it's not in the schedule right now. So taking the time to look at the schedule, talk about it with all of you, and figure out what we're interested in is a useful thing. I just don't know if I want to do it today. Let's play it by ear. Let's see how the day goes. All right. And let's chill a bit and find out if that's what we want to do today or not. If not, it's totally fine. We could always do it on another day. All right. Okay. So how's everyone doing? What's up, King Michael? Good morning. First of all, what's on everyone's mind? I want to know what everyone's thinking about. What's the hot topic today before we get into games and things I want to talk about? I want to know what's on everyone's mind here and do a little bit of Q&A before we jump in.
Is this where we tell you why we're not giving you all of our money?
So Chibbo says if you don't do it today, do it soon. There's fun games coming up. It'd be nice to get your thoughts on it. Fair enough. Even if we don't do it today, we could easily do it on any podcast in the next week or so. It would be a couple more at least. What is today's cologne scent? I don't know if I'm ready to share that with you yet. That might be something that we have to break the ice first. You know what I'm saying? Then we talk about private stuff like that. What's the coolest place I've ever been to? Oh, man. I don't know. I've been to a bunch of places in my life. I really have. Like, I've traveled this
Milwaukee.
country a lot. When I used to play Street Fighter, all the time I was traveling. And I have been to Newfoundland, Canada. Man, that's a tough question. I'll say this. The place that blew me away the first time I ever arrived there was actually Las Vegas. The first time I went to Las Vegas, they have gambling in the airport. You arrive, you walk out of your plane, and as you're walking out of the plane into the terminal, there's slot machines and gambling in front of you. And you're like, what the hell? Like, I didn't even get, like, here. I'm not even here yet. And they already want me to unload my pockets and spend my money. You know, and everything in Vegas is big, done, big lights and everything. I'll say that Vegas is probably the most touristy place I've ever been.
That wasn't the question, but I mean, that's how this goes.
Okay, let's see here.
Man, you really need to let that shirt go, honey. Like the neck is shot. Let it go.
I skipped a whole bunch of messages. Some people are talking about a new Digimon game coming out in July. Someone asked, why would Tomodachi be a night stream? Because Tomodachi Life is a game, for those who don't know how it works, in Tomodachi Life, living the dream, you're on an island and or settlement, like a town with a bunch of...
Right, he would like the place with all the gambling.
Virtual people, okay? And what you do is you create them all, and each day they have different interactions that are kind of silly, that are kind of irreverent, and you don't know what they're going to do because they all kind of get their own weird personalities. But the idea is, you play it for an hour or two, you go through all the daily activities of the island that you're supposed to do, you see the silly interactions that the guys are going to have, and then you're pretty much done. Like, you could play it endlessly, but it's going to get very repetitive and boring. It works better in small doses so that you don't get tired of it right away. If you play for 3, 4, 5 hours, you're going to be bored of this game's gameplay loop.
I don't know how you can get dressed every day and know that you're going to be on camera. I could see dress like whatever kind of slob you want. If you're not going to be on camera, that's fine, but...
Relatively soon. That's why you do it in short doses, is like night streams here or there for variety, and it works. I know because I've played the other one. What was it, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago? I played that one, and that's exactly how it worked, when we did doses of it every once in a while.
Senor Chewy, thank you for the $10. I appreciate you, honey. 18-year content creator with a business degree has to ask his viewers why they don't like him when there's been an entire community telling him for over a decade. Yeah, but we're all stupid and mouth-drooling, knuckle-dragging morons, and we don't know what we're talking about, so... We don't get an opinion, remember? We don't get an opinion.
Chippo was asking me, do you think I'll play the new Fire Emblem game? It looks like a sequel or prequel to Three Houses. I'll be honest with you. I don't think so. being very matter-of-fact, here's why. It's too long. All right, I remember Fire Emblem Three Houses. It took a lot of convincing to get me to play it because I knew it was a lengthy RPG, and we played it, and exactly as I thought would happen happened. There was a dedicated fan base for it who did come by and hung out and enjoyed it, but it wasn't huge. It was a small fan base of people, and as I played this game, this insanely long playthrough, in fact, let me tell you exactly how long it was. You ready for this?
Why do we always have to... We have to look at his YouTube channel every day. Yes, that's true. We're jealous. We're felted. We're seething. We're coping. We only wish that we could be this successful.
Fire Emblem Three Houses playthrough playlist. Here we go. It was 68 parts.
Oh my God.
Okay, 68. And this is when my parts were an hour long. So essentially...
They still are.
Actually, it was a 68-hour playthrough in 2020. And...
Imagine watching this fucking loser play a game for 70 hours.
It did not get a ton of attention, to be honest. And some of the streams were well supported, but not all of them. And we were locked into this playthrough for months and months. It started in May of 2020, okay? And it concluded in October of 2020. 5 months. We played Fire Emblem Three Houses. Holy crap. That's insane. 5 months to beat this game. I think now you're...
Yeah, you should stop, and this should give you pause, sir. Really, truly, from the bottom of my heart and soul, this should give you pause. 70 hours over 5 months. I've had relationships don't last that fucking long, sir. Like, what the fuck? South Park Firefly, thank you for the 5. Thank you for distracting me today, Toxie. I had some worrying health news, so I needed this. Oh, honey, I hope you're okay. Take care of yourself now. Don't stay around here too long, because this shit's too toxic if you have any health problems. I hope you feel okay, honey.
Seeing my point, okay? And just to give you some perspective, the final part of this playthrough only has 1,700 views in 6 years. So
yes, so delete it. Free up some space on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I put a lot of time and effort and investment in it to play it, and it didn't really pan out. People didn't like it that much because it was too lengthy, to be honest. I think games these days, for me, are working out a lot better when they are smaller and more digestible. A game that we can play a few streams of, and then if it's really good, we keep going, and if not, we move on. So that way we're not, like, stuck and committed to playing a game for 3-4 months on end, and it never ends. I mean, take a look right now at Dragon Quest VII. You know what's happened, where at first, sure, there was some interest, but people get tired of the same thing. They want variety, and if I don't give them that variety, then they move on. So it's just too long. This is not a channel where I play one game and I play it endlessly. If it were, then maybe a game like the new Fire Emblem would work. If I was just going to play the same game and I was going to beat it within a month and play only that game. But as you know, that's not me. I'm a variety creator.
So why is that one game 70 parts then? That doesn't sound... I don't mind 68 hours. I think the problem is Phil. I agree. That's true. That's very true. Lady Lisa, thanks for the 10er. I appreciate you. Toxie is goated with the sauce.
And I need to balance stuff. And as I balance stuff, then other things take forever to finish. You know what I mean? So
no, I don't. I don't know what you mean. I've tried for years to figure out what you think you mean, but I cannot make any semblance of it. No.
Super followed up and said, I understand it's a shame. I've been watching the Three Houses video on demand. I was really enjoying the content and your take on turn-based tactical. Yeah, and I like turn-based tactical. I played Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Advanced. I played other ones over the years that I've really enjoyed. They don't really work. What I mean by that is they just usually don't work for content for my channel. People don't like them that much, and it sucks. You know, gotta understand that I'm not just streaming for me. I'm streaming for an audience. I have to entertain.
Have you noticed that you find yourself saying these things a lot lately? These games don't work for my audience. These games don't work for my audience. These games don't work. And have you stopped and taken a look at what has worked?
Instead, audience by putting out the content that they want, and I have to understand that they want it in a manner that's digestible and you know, delivered in a timely way, not waiting 5 months to see the end of a playthrough like Fire Emblem Three Houses, right? So
I have to play him at 1.5 speed. If I actually play him at normal speed, I realize it because I think to myself, God, this guy's so slow. Did he have a stroke? And then I realize I'm not playing at 1.5 speed. I just about can't listen to him without it anymore.
There you go. Oh, yeah, Lalafell says...
And we got plenty of skip juice, too, which is a wonderful thing. So I'm sure we're going to deep dive into why isn't this shit working.
She'll probably never play Final Fantasy 14 then. I'm sure you'd enjoy it, but no one would probably watch. Yeah, and at this point, Final Fantasy 14, we are so full through it, right? Like, that game came out so long ago. To jump on a game like that today? No. You know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe. Today, it's way too late, you know? Yes, I am wearing a tank top today under my Vice City shirt. That's why I have the GTA theme, right? The Miami...
Oh, please don't show us or anything, okay? Warning, he might show us. You've been warned. I cannot confirm this.
Vice theme, and it is a sleeveless shirt that I wear because people said, did you get one? I finally got one, see?
No, God, no, boo, no, no.
I need some tats? Nah, I don't want any tattoos. I don't want any tattoos. I'm not that kind of guy.
What, you're not fun? Well, that's okay. Not everybody can be.
Should you buy Pragmata, Mark? He says, I haven't seen any of your playthrough. Do you think it's worth full price? It's not full price. It's a
I saved us. We got it. I saved us. We're good.
$50 game. It's not a $70 game. It's a shorter game, and it's meant to be kind of a new IP that isn't ultra... How can I say? It's not a game that's going to take insane amounts of time to beat, but it's still kind of fun and unique. I was just saying this to someone last night. It's refreshing to have a sci-fi game again, because we haven't actually had sci-fi in a while, actually. All right? And that's good. I want variety in the games that I play, so I'm happy that we have a sci-fi game, and it's a unique plot, and it's interesting game mechanics with kind of Dead Space level shooting combined with puzzle solving constantly, right? A lot of exploration and stuff. It's a great combination. We're going to talk about this because that's what I'm wondering about, like why it hasn't caught on this channel. I'm really shocked that Pragmata isn't doing well, because it really is the kind of game that I thought would resonate. That's the kind of game that back in the day when I used to cover, you know, every major release, I would have played a game like Pragmata, and it absolutely would have done well on DSP Gaming ages ago. It would have. So I don't know what's changed that now people don't like this game. I'm actually shocked and scratching my head.
Who's he trying to strut for? All the dudes that give him money.
About what the problem is, right? No, I'm playing with the collar because this shirt, as you can see, it's supposed to sit like this.
Oh, please stop. I'm gonna try. If this gets weird, I'm gonna skip past it as soon as I can. But once again, we've been warned that this is gonna get probably super hella mega gross.
Okay, like even. And it's not. As you can see, the shirt isn't even for some reason, and it's bothering me because you can see this like flapping away. It looks annoying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't catch it. I'm sorry.
Like the shirt's supposed to just rest comfortably, and it doesn't.
Then I don't. I was gonna say take it off. No.
It is what it is. It's likely because...
Then why are you wearing it?
You know, when it came out of the dryer, I didn't immediately hang it and have it be even, so it's all, you know, uneven. What can you do?
You mean your wife didn't? Ugh.
So, should we talk about it? Should we just talk about it now? I wanted to do some Q&A, but maybe we should just get to talk about these games out of the way now. Let's do it. Okay, so there's 2 games right now that I'm playing that I like a lot, that I personally am really enjoying the playthroughs of. And I want to play more, and I'm craving more, but sadly, they're just not resonating with the audience, okay? And those games are very much, number 1, Pragmata from Capcom, and number 2, Vampire Crawlers, which is the game that just came out a week ago from the makers of Vampire Survivors. Before someone idiotically makes the suggestion...
Hot and bothered is not the issue. I'm positive I'm going to throw up, and I may be having a stroke.
That the reason that they're not catching on my channel is because I didn't play them right away when they released. That's a lie. I played Pragmata on release day, and I played Vampire Crawlers only a few days after it had originally come out. So that's just a false narrative. I am playing them very timely. Now, you know that...
Didn't he just talk about them, though? He glossed over it. Now he's going to very in-depth and for about 35 minutes ask you, why you're not giving him money. Lady Lisa, I don't want to see it. Yes, it's it's extremely repulsive. I would love it if he would just wear a turtleneck, a parka, snow pants, and a paper bag over his head every day. But this is bad.
We are, having these games come out and, within the first week of playing them or even on release day. So that's nonsense. That's just misinformation. People like to make excuses. Okay. Let's talk about each of these games. Okay. Pragmata. This is a game with great graphics. For the record, like I think that the graphics are outstanding. Again, the RE engine, which is the Reach engine that Capcom uses, is their own unique graphical engine. And my goodness, is it great? Like the detail, the lighting just looks amazing, right? Photorealistic stuff. The gameplay. The gunplay very much reminds me of Dead Space, except instead of shooting limbs and stuff, you're shooting weak points that you hack. So the gameplay is first, you find an enemy and you have to hack it by completing a mini puzzle, right? So every enemy has a different kind of puzzle, and there's all variants and things. I'm not going to get into massive detail about it, but it's basically just a movement puzzle. Once you beat the puzzle, the enemy then opens up all their weak points, and now you have to shoot the weak
Agreed. He should dress like Kenny from South Park. Yes, agreed.
points with various different kinds of weapons while you're dodging around to make sure that they're not hitting you. Okay, and there's different kinds of enemies. There's ones that shoot projectiles, there's ones that do melee attacks, there's ones that do grabs and stuff. So you have to dodge and essentially level up your abilities, like your guns and your dodging abilities, so that you can be more maneuverable and deal more damage against said enemies. As the game advances, more and more stuff becomes possible. Like, for example, advanced hacking that will freeze the enemies or hack multiple enemies at once. You can hit them all at once when they're all opened and have their weaknesses exposed with, like, area of effect bombs and stuff. I just got a gun that's really cool. It actually makes it so that the hacking is insanely simplified. So instead of solving the puzzle, you shoot them. The puzzle's basically auto-solved. You just go real fast and you beat it, and then you can just, wail on that enemy. So the gameplay loop is good. Now, that's only one part of the gameplay loop, the combat. The other half is exploration, platforming, and puzzle solving. And it's all good. Like, there's tons of puzzles in this game that are intuitive and interesting. None of them are overly complicated, but if you take...
He should dress like Jason Voorhees, especially in part 2 where he's got the fucking potato sack over his head. I personally vote potato sack. And thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Please give me feedback. I listen to my audience. No, you're stupid. No, dunce. Wrong. Factually incorrect. Are you blind? No.
Your time to look around the environments and to, explore. You can find endless amounts of logs that give you additional supplemental story. Upgrade items to basically level up your different abilities in the game. And I think it works out really, really well in that regard. Like, it's just a good variety. It's exploration, puzzle solving.
Phil, you're on the front page of Reddit. Did he make live stream fails again?
It's looking for secret items and upgrades, platforming, and combat, okay? The story itself is interesting. You go to the moon because the moon has stopped communicating with the rest of humanity and you don't know why. The moon is actually a place where now they found this special element that they're using to 3D print things. And it's so refined and so interesting and advanced technology. They're cloning stuff. They're actually cloning plants. They're cloning all kinds of stuff.
Do you think he's broke now? Yes, I do. He's much more, how do you say it? His ego is much more inflated when he's doing far better than this. Like after the Kino bump and after the Asmongold bump, when things weren't hitting goals, he was like, I don't care. Now every time we don't hit the non-goal, we have to have one of these meetings. So.
And this looks like it's the future of humanity.
Is he busted? Yeah, he is. As soon as the money comes in, it goes right back out. I don't know where it all goes. I don't know if he's still making tax payments. It doesn't appear as if he's giving super huge payments to Scopely anymore. Not like he was, that's for sure. I don't know if it's all in Klarna and Affirm payments. Didn't he just say he bought new furniture a little while ago? Some nonsense like that. So, which I'm sure is on payments. I'm sure that the life in and of itself is just nothing but payments.
So why did it go radio silent? And as you get there, you find out, well, things went awry. There's an AI that's running the base that basically made it go haywire, but you don't really know what caused the AI to go haywire.
Of course, he's broke. That's why he's done so many marathons. I believe that the April Fool's thing before, of course, April 15th is because, busted and potential tax payments. And then he said something a while ago about in May and June maybe not doing marathons. But now magically he's actually going to lean into the meme and do a May burst marathon. I'm sorry, that's nothing but desperation for money.
Was it intentional? Was it not? Is this a Dr. Wily situation? Or did it actually just do it for itself? Did it actually become sentient? Like, you don't know. And so you're fighting tons of rogue robots and things. And now that we're heading to the end of the game, we're actually coming across twists in the plot. And I'm not going to spoil. But basically, it seems like it's not as it seemed. Like, there's more going on to the game than originally at face value was happening, which is a good thing. I want it to be more nuanced and more interesting of a plot than just, AI overran everything and now, you got to solve the problem. So it's good. And we are, at this point, around 11 hours in. And the game is around 15 hours, so probably 1 to 2 more streams, and we're going to wrap up this game. And that's good because it won't overstay its welcome. It'll stay fresh the entire time I'm playing it and never feel stale, because it hasn't yet. Like, it doesn't feel stale. Every time I play, I'm unlocking.
Is he talking about that Pigmata game? Surely he's played that more than 11 hours. No, he's played this, like, several times now.
A new weapon, a new thing in the hacking, right? Leveling up, doing challenges and stuff. It's fun. Okay? So everything I just described to you Okay.
It's fun, okay? It's fun, damn it. And we're having fun. Are you having fun?
Everything would sound to me like that's the perfect package for a great game. And in fact, just the other day, someone asked me, what's the difference between...
What'd you say? I wasn't listening. What? That sounds terrible.
Pragmata and Crimson Desert. And I said, in Crimson Desert, it has all this gameplay, but none of it means anything. Because there's no plot you actually like. There's no characters you actually learn to grow or love. It's essentially just play gameplay for gameplay's sake and waste all your time. In this game, there's a very interesting plot, right? And things are advancing and getting better over the course of the game. It's not just the same thing over and over, but, more advancement of the platforming, of the combat, and all of that. It's getting better. So it's exactly the right level of pacing that you want, and it keeps you hooked and going to know what's going on in the story. That's the difference. And by the way, it's not going to overstay its welcome with 200 hours of gameplay. It's going to be done within 15 to 20 hours. So it's going to feel like a nice, snug, complete package that was well-paced and a good outing for a video game.
He's on the front page of Reddit. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the difference, okay? So here's the question. Out of everything I just described, all right, to me, especially 18 years in the business, doing playthroughs, covering games, this sounds to me like a great game, okay? Being honest with you, like, I really like Pragmata. So why isn't this game resonating with the audience? And what I mean by that is, the first stream did well. And then after the first stream, after that, it just fizzled out. Attendance started to dwindle. Engagement, people would come and not even talk about the game at all. And support hasn't been awful, but also hasn't been great. It's landed somewhere in the middle. So that's why I've continued to play it. It's not like, oh, this is a huge disaster game or whatever, no one likes it. There is an audience, but I'm shocked that this brand new game, by the way, sold well for Capcom for a new IP, and the fact that it didn't get tons of hype and hoopla, it actually sold pretty well. Capcom's pleased. So exactly what is going on with this game that people don't like it or aren't liking it as much? Opinions. I'd like to hear people's opinions on this. Okay, so please tag me in chat. So Amu says, maybe since it's so short, we've seen other people already get through it. Amu, that's all well and good. No one comes to DSP Gaming to rush to see a game. No one. Zero. 10, 15 years ago, yes, people came to DSP Gaming because I was the guy that ran to GameStop, bought the game, put it into my console, and immediately played through it in 2 days. No one comes to DSP Gaming for that anymore in 2026. So that's just nonsense. Okay? People come here to see me play a game and give my honest take on it. They don't care about how quickly I beat it. Okay?
That's not true. That's absolutely not true. People absolutely care about how quickly or not quickly you are playing through and getting through these games. He's crashing out, Toxie. Ooh, are these messages from the future? Does he crash the fuck out? Because we'll get there eventually.
So Chippewa says, I watched your first stream. I decided the game is cool.
But see, you're asking for people's opinions and their thoughts and their ideas, and they're telling you. And that right there is a correct criticism. You are too fucking slow, my guy. By the time you finished Resident Evil Requiem, which is all you should have been fucking playing, by the way, I had finished it and nearly finished my second run by the time you got through 1. Sir.
I'm taking a break until I beat it, then I'll go back and watch it again. All right, fair enough. Some people do that, and that's why always there's an inflation of views and attention on part 1 of any playthrough I do, stream-wise and videos-wise. And then some people continue to watch the playthrough while others don't, and that's what I found.
It's not just you. That's every YouTuber. If I put out a video today, some kind of series, and I called it part 1 of ABCXYZ, and it got, let's just say, 5,000 views. Part 2 would not get 5,000 views. It would get less. It would, let's just say 4,000 for sake of the argument. Part 3 would get 3. That's true of anybody who puts out long gameplay kind of things. Even folks like Game Grumps and stuff like that. Go to Game Grumps and look at part 1 of anything, and then part 2, it falls off.
Is that most people have not followed through and watched the other streams. They just watched the first one, okay? Fred Grimes says, if you're not raging, it's probably too easy. I have died a few times. I'm not raging, but I have died a few times. There's been a few things that I made a misstep, like, oh, crap, and I had to retry the challenge 2 or 3 times, which is actually how the game intends. That let's say you go into a room with a bunch of enemies. Well, there might be a certain way the game intends for you to beat that group that makes it easier. And you may not figure that out immediately. Like, I went to this one room where there were 3 waves of enemies, and there's lasers on the wall. So when you enable the lasers will insta-kill everything in the room just once. So the first time I was doing this fight, I walked into the room, didn't realize that's what it was. I got overwhelmed, and I tried to hack the lasers, and then the lasers killed me and the enemies at the same time. I'm like, I completely botched that. That was idiotic. Let me try that again. So the next time I went into the room to try second try, I said, I'm going to save the lasers for the end because I bet the final wave of enemies is the hardest. So I killed the first wave.
Never watch any of Phil's gameplay. He shits on the whole experience just because there's no yellow paint. He does. He ruins. There's so much negativity that I really, truly will not watch him play the games that I enjoy. I didn't watch him play through too much of Resident Evil Requiem, the last few, Silent Hills, the Resident Evil 4 remake, and certain things like that, because I love the kind of horror games. I don't want him to ruin them for me. Even now, like I watch when he plays Pokemon. I grew up with Pokemon. So, and it's painful. It's painful and it's sad and it's long-winded. It's horrible.
Killed the second wave. Third wave was a ginormous monster. I dodged the lasers. The lasers killed the monster. It was like flawless win. So that's what I mean. The game, am I failing some of it? Sure. But I'm certainly not raging at it, and I'm not inept at the game. I'm doing pretty good overall. There's been a few things that have fooled me, but that's the way the game's designed. The game's not designed that you instantly beat everything the first try. They want you to have a little bit of challenge and difficulty and have to replay a few of the challenge rooms or things like that, and that's fine. But I've liked it overall. I really like the game. Okay. So the Ferb says, I think a part of it is people come for chat interaction. The last few streams have been weird. What do you mean? Of Pragmata? What has been weird about Pragmata? Daddy Big Buck says, I only tune in for games I'm interested in. I tend to gravitate towards older games. Fair enough, but that has nothing to do with this game. Like, so you're the kind of person you'll come watch me play older games. Got it. I'm a variety streamer. That doesn't explain why people aren't here for the hot new game. It doesn't. It's just your case, but that's not, in general, that's not really applicable here. Okay?
If it's not applicable, then why are you talking about it?
Virtual Boy defeats DSP. You're not even talking about Pragmata. I'm just going to ignore you. Like, seriously, he types a paragraph. Has nothing to do with Pragmata. Oh, what you guys are talking about didn't take place during the Pragmata stream, so that also isn't applicable. Battle says, for me, I watched your first stream of Pragmata. I saw the mandatory companion literally piggybacking the whole time. I find it annoying. The gameplay seemed boring and uninspiring. Fair enough. To each their own. I'm not saying that every single person has to like the game, but in general, most people do. This game is doing numbers. It sold over 1 million copies in 2 days. You know, tons of people played it and like it. That's what I mean. I'm trying to figure out why it hasn't caught on. And I just don't get it. It seems like, on paper, this game is the formula for success, and it's worked with me. Like, I like it. So why on earth is it not resonating with the audience? That's what I don't understand.
Why isn't everyone like me? And here's the thing. He doesn't fucking like the game anyway. It's a lie. He's so burnt out on gaming and burnt out on all of this that it's not even funny. I like it. I like it. I like it. What the fuck are you? Then what you campaigning about it so hard for? Fine. We get it. You like it.
Okay.
I don't show up here every day and remind everybody of my most favoritist things in the whole world that I love. We don't need to do all this.
You can't stand Pragmata or...
And there are plenty of big games, I mean big games, okay, that I personally think are stupid as fuck. I have hot takes on huge fucking games that I think are stupid as hell. I would never say it out loud, but there are a couple that would probably piss off a lot of people if I said like how I truly felt about the game. So I'm one to say that it might not be, you know, I don't know anything about that Pigmata game. I've watched him do, you know, a few minutes of it. It seems fine as far as the game is concerned, but I don't care. I'm not interested in it.
House PI. Well, I can't help you there then. Those are the new releases. I am playing other games, like I'm playing Pokemon Fire Red, which is a classic that everyone is really enjoying seeing me play. We're playing that on this very stream, indeed. And I am doing other games as well, like I tried Vampire Crawlers, right? And we're still doing Dragon Quest, and there'll be Saros on Thursday, and probably next week we'll end up probably starting a new game.
It's true, I do mention Leon, like, far more than I should. Vanguard, thanks for being a member, honey, for 6 months. I appreciate you. Big ups, everyone. Just stopping for a few quick minutes before bed to see what this asshole is doing. Remember, Phil, May 1st is Friday. Oh, he knows.
And once we wrap up some of these, I can't help it if you just don't like any of the new games that have come out. I have to play what's out, right?
Kind of like how I hate The Lion King. Oh, you hate The Lion King? Why?
That I understand. Battle says, would you recommend keep watching
Of all the terrible, shitty Disney things you could hate.
it for someone who
Like the one that I hate, which is The Little Mermaid.
watched the first session, you didn't stick with it? The game, in my opinion, has got progressively better. Like, the game starts out in a very generic space station-esque area.
But that's your opinion, sir. You also just tried to tell us yesterday that Taco Bell is scamming people by giving them a fake Phantom Crunch wrap that doesn't exist.
The second stage is New York City, which is really cool. The third stage, you're in like a jungle, okay? And now I'm in the fourth stage, which is like a mining area. And
His retirement plan? Nothing. He's just going to do this until he dies. Retirement plan. You're cute.
now we're running into new kinds of enemies. All along, we've been fighting different kinds of robots and other corrupted things. Now we've got new weapons, new hacking. Like, it is getting better. It totally does get better the further in that you play. It actually does have a good progression.
So are you here to talk about like why this isn't doing well, or are you just here to try to convince people that they should be coming over there and watching it? I was about to unsubscribe if you were going to say Mulan. No, I like Mulan. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your
You know
cow.
what I'm saying? Like, it actually has a good advancement and progression of the game. I think what happened is some people just saw that first second.
Because everyone in The Lion King is either an idiot or an asshole. Not entirely accurate, but that's my opinion, which is worth nothing, as it is nothing more than an opinion.
Oh, you're on a space station. This is generic. It's kind of like Dead Space. Meh. But that's really not the case in my opinion. I actually feel like the game has been building and getting better and better over the course of the game.
Oh, yeah, it's true. If you mean that new piece of crap, that new Lion King that was like from a couple years ago or whatever, yeah, that shit sucks. Like the original one, though.
Okay.
Oh, what is this awful music? Oh, shit is terrible.
That would be $3.65. So you are the top super chatter now.
Ooh, top super chat at $3. Look out, Success. Here he comes.
Excuse me.
Hot take. I hate Call of Duty. Oh, my. That's okay. You're allowed to hate Call of Duty.
And Johnny says...
Oh, you see, all the Lion Kings are ass. I got you.
Well, actually, Johnny asks, do you have any advice for anyone that wants to become a full-time streamer?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't do it full-time to start because that's not how it works, okay? What people don't understand who try to get into full-time streaming today is they look at these big streamers who blew up and made it huge, and everyone is like, whoa, I want to be just like them. Whoa, I can't wait. No, that's not how it works, all right? For me, I started streaming in 2008, and I did it nightly as a hobby for a couple hours a night. It wasn't really streaming. It was on-demand videos back then because you couldn't stream, okay? And it was just me dicking around with video games, having fun, doing, like, impromptu, like,
He didn't ask for your life story, man. He said, how do you become a streamer?
Commentary. Eventually, I blew up more when I started doing Street Fighter because that's a game that I was really good at, being a former pro player and applying that kind of commentary and everything to the gameplay that I was playing. So my best advice to you is this. If you want to get into streaming, if you want to get into content creation, find something that you have a passion for, okay? Do it as a hobby, not as a job, but as a hobby, as a side thing. Maybe put a couple hours into it, a week, an hour a day, something like that, all right? But make sure that whatever you do, you're enjoying yourself. Whether it means you're playing your absolute favorite video game series, you're doing commentary on your favorite movie series of all time, right? You're playing music because you're a musician, you're playing the guitar, and you're doing riffs of your favorite song. Whatever it is, make sure that you are enjoying yourself when you're doing it. And here's why I say that. Number one, if you're enjoying yourself when you're doing content...
Because I used to do this for fun, and then it became my job, and now I hate it, and don't turn out like me.
It should come through, meaning the passion, the true enjoyment that you have for the subject.
Yeah, like this guy's passion and this guy's enjoyment. When he's calling you an autistic retard.
Matter or the medium that you're creating there, it should actually show genuinely in the content, and people are more apt to like that content and resonate with it if you truly are enjoying what you're doing, all right? For me, I love games. I really do. I like a variety of video games.
No, lies.
And, it comes through when I'm doing all of this. People are like, wow, this guy's really...
Yeah, it really comes through.
Enjoying what he's doing. That's why I've been here for 18 years, okay? Not because I'm a guru or an expert in one field, but because I...
Well, that's for fucking sure.
Actually just have passion for what I do. That's why I've never sold out. That's why I don't chill. That's why I don't change who I am in the content I make. It's because I love what I do, okay? But number two, and this is the more important part, if you truly love what you're doing and what you're creating, and you're doing it as a side hobby and it's not a big focus for you, if it doesn't work, you won't say you wasted your time. Because at the very least, you were still participating in the hobby or the thing that you really like, and you certainly didn't blow all your time doing it, all right? The big trap that so many people fall into today is they see the big streamer that's successful and they say, I want to make it big just like them. So I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to invest a whole bunch of money and time, and I'm going to grind and grind and grind until I finally reach that happy medium of this amount of views on a stream, this amount of revenue, and this amount of this. And if you go into it with that work mentality, you're destined to fail. Because it's going to be a job for you.
You're not destined to fail. You're destined to hate it like this guy. You're destined to hate it like this dude does. This dude hates that he has to do this.
It's not going to be passion. It's not going to be something you have love or affinity for. It's going to be that thing you do to pay the bills. And therefore, it's your 9 to 5. It's your grind. It's not something that people are going to care about. All right? You've got to have true passion. And you've got to have, a real reason that you're doing it other than I'm trying to make money. Does that make sense?
Pick up, Smurl. How you doing, honey?
And if you have that, then I think it'll come through and you'll be successful eventually. That's just my take. That's how I've done it. Okay. Captain DCW, how are you, man? 59 months as a member on the channel. Thank you so much. He says, hey, Phil, I can't wait for Black Flag Remake, and I bought Baldur's Gate 3 for PC. Great. Well, number one, you're going to be busy for a few months. It's number one. Number two, yeah, I'm excited for Black Flag Remake. It looks great. Resynced is what it's called. Looks great. I'm excited for it, and it's going to be a fun summer, I think. Although it's not a super long game. We'll have to see. Okay.
I thought we were talking about, why you weren't making any money. Grandpa, can we come back to the point, please?
All right, so I think I've addressed everything there. So, honestly, basically what we're talking about here with Pragmata is that there is no consensus. You notice that? There doesn't seem to be a definitive reason.
There is. You just don't like what the reason is, and that's okay. But don't say there's no reason, because that's not true.
Why people aren't liking Pragmata. And that's what drives me nuts. Because if it was like, well, the game's too slow-paced, the story's not interesting, the graphics suck, the gameplay isn't something that we like. It's not. It's like, it actually is a good game. on every level, it's a good game. So why is it not working as a playthrough on this channel as well as other games? I have no clue. We do have an audience for it. It's just not big. Like, we get less attendance, less engagement, and less support than most of the other games I'm playing, and that's frustrating because I like the game. Like, I thought for sure Pragmata was going to be the big hit, and a game like Mouse PI for Hire wasn't going to do so well. It's been the opposite. That Mouse PI actually has had more consistent attendance, engagement, and support, and Pragmata's the game that's struggling. I don't get that. It really does confound me, but I guess I don't make the rules. I just, you know, I just go by...
No, it just takes information a long time to get through this small of fucking brain. You'd actually think it would go faster. It actually goes slower.
Shooting from the hip and getting through it. I don't know. Okay.
Because, like, information doesn't just, like, move efficiently through your brain. It's kind of sitting somewhere color in the back of the menu some fucking where.
So, anyway, yeah, I don't know. And again, no one seems to have a definitive explanation for this. Do you know what I'm saying?
The explanation is it's boring. That is the explanation. There's no autopsy that we need to do on this to deep dive further into anything. It's boring. Therefore, people are not being entertained by you. Therefore, they are not going to support something that does not bring them some amount of joy or entertainment or fun.
Here's what Broden says. Listen to this. People are starting to play games again and not watch them. It's a trend that's killing some streams. That's why so many people are starting to react to political stuff. Ugh. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not going to react to political stuff. That's not happening. Okay? Damian says it's not their type of game to play or watch. They're just not interested in it. Well, Jay Kuma, again, I want you to understand something. When you say something like this, it doesn't apply to me. He goes, it's a good game. I think everyone moved on from it. Other streamers usually focus on finishing it ASAP or playing a bit and moving on. That's not me. For me, if I play a game and it doesn't work right away, I will move on. But in this case, the game is good and I like it. It's at least decently working. All right? But I'm not the guy who rushes through a game and everyone knows that. No.
Okay, but now that you've said this, you've read this thing that says it's a good game, but I think everybody has moved on from it because other streamers usually just focus on finishing it ASAP or just play it for a little bit and they move on. That's what this person has said to you. Your immediate response, well, yeah, but that's not me. That doesn't make their point, which is a good point, not valid. We're defaulting back to what somebody just told you a few minutes ago and you treated them like shit. You're too slow. You're too slow at this. And I don't know what is going to... You got shit on halfway through that new Resident Evil game. You got called out for fucking milking it and acting like a fucking putz and going too slow. The finale of that game, you didn't even hit the non-goal. Oh, what's going on? The finale of this brand new Resident Evil game. And everyone's like, yeah, we beat that shit 2 weeks ago, Grandpa. Move on. You don't now get to take this person's point and say that it isn't valid. Oh, well, I don't do things that way. Well, you may want to consider it, sir. I'm sorry, I don't care how much you whine and cry and stamp your feet and drag your heels. There are successful ways to do things that just work better. There's just better, faster ways to beat certain video games. There's better, faster, efficient ways to do things over other ways. You can still do whatever weird floundering thing it is that you're doing here if that's what you want to do. But understand that with gaming, you have to get the game immediately. You have to play it. You have to be fast. Honey, 18 years ago, it was just not the same way. There are so many more people now who have the equipment, who have the talent to be able to do these things that you just simply cannot do. There has to be something about you, because clearly the gameplay is not your strong point. But the wild and really great thing about YouTube is being good at the game. Actually, you don't have to be. That's what's so fucking crazy. You just have to be nice. You just have to be good to people. You just have to be decent to people. Or in some way, shape, or form, charismatic or charming or funny or something. You can actually still continue to suck ass at the video game. But you're so fucking unlikable. You're so mean and you're so nasty. But your ass is too slow, sir.
One comes to DSP Gaming for that, so that doesn't apply. I hate when people try to take this criteria that would apply to a big-time streamer who has 10,000 viewers.
It doesn't apply to only big-time streamers, clearly, because people are telling you that you are too slow and you are not a big-time streamer. If you are, I want to know what circle of hell we have fallen into.
And they say, Phil, this is what? No, I have 200 viewers on YouTube. I have less than 100 on...
Yes, and they would like you to speed it the fuck up, sir. Yes, that's correct. I don't care if you have 200 or 2,000 or 20,000 people watching you. You're still too slow.
Kick. All right, people that come to me know me. They know my content. They know my pacing. They get it.
That's why no one's here, asshole. Because they know your pacing. So you've answered your own question. That's why no one's here, dickhead. Because this is what you do. You're slow and you're putzing around and you're fumbling around and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And you gotta go take a walk and go to the bathroom and get a drink and blow your nose and do this. Yeah, that's why no one's here, you fucking loser. That's why no one's here.
So that's not the reason. Apply, people used to do this back in the day too. I would put out a hateful truth review that would get 15.
Remember the next time he asks for people's opinions, remember this.
15,000 views, and they'd be giving criticisms that you'd apply to, like, Angry Joe who gets 1 million views on a video. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't apply to me. Like, what you're saying literally.
Oh, all these things don't apply to him. I see. I'm a simple bitch. Excuse the fuck out of me. Thanks for the 5, honey. Not to mention the entertainment factor. He's played 11 hours. Sure, whatever. How many hours of that scowl gameplay, clown jokes, or whining? Right. Exactly. That awful scowl on his face where you can just tell that he is hating every second of his life.
It has no effect. You have to put it in scale to the reality. People who watch DSP, know DSP, they know his style and content and every the way that I do stuff. They're not here and going to complain that I'm not beating the game in 2 days like some big streamer. That's not the case.
Yes, it is. And they've told you this. You get called out by your own people for going too slow. That's why they shit on you all the time.
Yeah, you can stop talking about weird stuff happening in chat for the last day. I already talked about it and told him to stop.
Your chat has been weird and filled with lots of strange and off-topic talk in the last few streams. I think that could be affecting Pigmata.
And if they keep doing it, those people will be banned. So you can shut up with the stupid memes that the detractors talk about because they're obsessed losers, okay? I'm not going to even entertain that crap.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Sorry.
Okay. All right, well, so Pragmata, I guess we just don't know. We don't know what's going on. All right, why this game...
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first, guys. After all these things that he's read from these people, I guess we just don't know because nothing that anybody told him applied to him. So I guess it's just one of those mysteries of the universe.
Is it resonating? The good news is it's almost done. We're going to beat it in another 1 to 2 streams.
Then why are we doing any of this? What a fucking absolute, like, superfluous, redundant fucking waste of time. This is clearly now an innocuous conversation. Why are we continuing to do this? This is stupid.
Okay? But now the other game. And this one irks me, and here's why. Okay? For years
look out. He's irked. He's irked.
Years and years and years, everyone said, Phil, really, you're so short-sighted. You're so limited in the games that you cover.
You are.
You only play big games, AAA releases.
You do.
That come out on console. You literally play only the big AAAs. You don't play any of the cool indie games, any of the hype games, any of the viral games.
You don't.
Skip them all, and instead you just play the big stuff. And that's why your stuff gets boring and played out, right? And I'm like, okay, fine.
That's not why his stuff is boring and played out. But he does gravitate towards the bigger games.
So now I'm a PC gamer.
Don't ever say that again. What an insult to actual PC gamers. Don't ever say that again. What is his face, by the way?
Now, I have the ability to play any game I want, and I do. Like, we play tons of these indie games now in the rotation. Every week, we're playing a new one, pretty much, or sometimes they last 2 or 3 weeks because they're longer, but we always seem to have a unique game in the rotation. This week, the game that we started playing was Vampire Crawlers, okay? Why did we play it? Well, it came out a week ago on Tuesday. I didn't play it exactly on Tuesday. I played it a few days later, but we still played it, okay? It's an interesting game that combines gameplay elements from other indie games that are roguelikes. It combines elements from, say, Megabonk with Slay the Spire. It's got gothic horror.
Both games that you wage quit, by the way. So I don't know what made you think this was a good idea. If I remember correctly, and there's a possibility that I'm not, but I believe that you wage quit Megabonk and Slay the Spire too, if I remember.
It's got cool graphics that are throwback.
Pepperidge Farm remembers, but I don't.
Graphics to Castlevania, and it's got a kicking soundtrack. It's got tons of characters you unlock and interesting gameplay, right? It's fast-paced, unlike the other games that are of the genre, like Slay the Spire. This one is fast. You're constantly killing enemies and taking on mobs and doing action-based stuff, so it's fun, okay? I like it. I played 2 streams of it. Personally, I actually, even though I like Slay the Spire...
As a PC gamer, we don't claim him. I can't imagine you would.
I can understand why people would like Vampire Crawlers over Slay the Spire, because you're fighting more enemies, it's more fast-paced, action-oriented, it's got a better soundtrack, in my opinion. While Slay the Spire is kind of like fantasy D&D, but with roguelike cards, okay? This game is like Castlevania with cards blowing shit up, big effects, death, explosions, different kinds of gothic monsters, werewolves, mummies, zombies, vampires, ghosts. It's cool, okay? And it's not doing that well. I played it twice, and both streams, one person supported
both
it a ton, And outside of that, half the chat would complain that the game is boring. And, it was very slow support outside of one person.
He's got that big tax bill that looms in October and he's broke. But shouldn't he just, okay, like this is going to sound whatever, but I'm saying it anyway. Shouldn't he understands clearly how he does things? He's not going to do things any different, right? Shouldn't he just come to terms with the fact that he's more than likely going to be making payments to the government for the rest of his fucking life? Like, is it really looming over him that badly? You know what I mean? I'm not suggesting that you're wrong, like, at all. But shouldn't he just come to terms with the fact that if he isn't going to do anything different, he's just going to be making payments to the government until 10 years after he dies? I agree, Kaylee. A fuck ton of bolts today, for real.
Dropping a lot of money on the streams, right? And the truth is, it's not supposed to be like that, okay? It's supposed to be, hey, people are coming and everyone's kind of enjoying and they like the content and they want to see it continue, so then they support the stream. It's not supposed to be one person drops a ton and is financing a game, right? And that's the truth. Like, I don't want that. That's happened a few times with certain games like Baldur's Gate 3. And
then give whoever wailed out on you last night, give them their fucking money back.
Or Truck Sim and stuff like that. And overall, it just doesn't work. You want a game that's resonating with the entire audience, right? So
the Washington state tax code changed and he didn't account for it. It's looming when it's a lot larger than he accounted for. Oh, I see. I'm all the way on the other side of the country. And so I don't know anything about that stuff. But nonetheless, whether it's like $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever, like people were talking to me about like payment plans and stuff the other day. Like, ain't he just going to throw it on a payment plan? Again, yes, I understand it's a lot, but everything in this man's life is on a payment plan, isn't it? The Affirm payments and the Klarna payments and, everything else. I would assume, again, I could be totally wrong here, and that's fine. But is it really any skin off of his ass? He'll just throw it on payments and he knows he's going to die one day, so fuck it.
I'm curious what is going on with Vampire Crawlers that people don't like it. Is it that it has an 8-bit graphic style? Is it that it's another roguelike?
That's true. When has DSP ever come to terms with anything? That is true.
Like card game, and people just don't like those because the thing is, the game is doing well. Even though it says 20,000 there, it's probably like 30.
You know what's wild is we're going this crazy about not hitting the non-goal. He just had his birthday marathon. Like, the birthday marathon was 3 weeks ago. Like, and this is where we are? Just tuning in, what the fuck is this shirt he's wearing? We've already all collectively thrown up about it, and then he felt the need to show us that it was a tank top. That was also super fucking gross. So, my apologies.
Plus 1,000 that are playing it at all times, all right? Actually, Vampire Crawlers, for those who don't know, has a bigger player base than Pragmata. Yeah, there's more people playing that game than Pragmata right now. So it's not tanking. It's not that it hasn't done well. But again, I've played it twice, and I don't understand why people don't show up for it. Again, there's always been people yelling at me saying, you're not doing what you should be doing. You're not playing variety. You're not playing indie. We want you to play these smaller, digestible experiences that aren't going to be super lengthy playthroughs. We want you to be, jumping around, trying new games. I'm literally doing that right now. So what gives with Vampire Crawlers that people don't like it? Personally, I love it. Okay? It really is like an awesome, fast-paced, really cool experience.
I'm sure every dollar that he could cash out for the 2K, because he won't get the super chats or whatever until May 21st. Everything he gets in April, he won't get till May 21st. So I know he hasn't gotten some of it, but
it's right up my alley, being gothic horror like Castlevania, which I absolutely love. So to me, I play this game, I'm really enjoying myself. I don't get why the audience isn't. Let's see what people like to say. Chippewa says, well, I tune in for story. That game doesn't have a story. You're right. Vampire Crawlers has no story. That's not the purpose. It's one of the games that's meant to addict you on the gameplay. That is 100% correct. I will agree with you there. Battledick says, I don't like retro slop. It's cool once in a while, but we're in 2026, not 1985. Every second indie has to be retro-style, top-down, or side-scroller. Indeed, this is a correct assessment, for sure. Many indie games go the 8-bit, 16-bit graphics route. The reason is very simple. Retro, because they like that nostalgia factor. They think you'll have an installed player base if it looks like retro. And let's be honest, very low development cost. If you're making a game in that graphic style, it means the graphics are insanely easy to produce and put on any kind of platform.
When's he gonna rage quit Vampire Crawlers? I assume if he has one more shitty stream.
Like right now, Vampire Crawlers could literally play on any console available easily without, difficulty. Why? Because the game is an 8-bit, 16-bit game. It doesn't have anything complex to it, so it runs well, Doesn't mean that the game plays poorly or anything. It actually does play well, but I can understand some people just don't like that graphic style. Okay. Jay Kuma says, I like Slay the Spire more. The stakes are higher. It's more challenging. Vampire Crawlers is easy in comparison. I'd rather watch you play it once and that's it. I will say that Vampire Crawlers, I'm doing well in it, but I really feel the reason that I'm doing well is because I've played both Mega Bonk and Slay the Spire in the last several months. If I hadn't played those two games and this was my first experience with this kind of card game roguelike element, I probably would be losing horribly, like, to be honest, right? So, yeah, to be frank here, I think that I'm steamrolling the game, and I think that it's because I've gotten experience in this genre in the last several months. Maybe if you guys had seen me get my ass handed to me playing this game, people would be doing the whole, oh, I like hate watching Phil and laughing at his misfortunes kind of video. But you're not going to get that watching this game. I'm just kicking the game's ass. Like last night, I did 3 runs. I won every single run. I was destroying this game. I really was.
Cool. That's really great, man. Oh, God, the shirt. Oh, God.
React to. Like, I would say, to some extent, you're right, but it depends on the game. Like, for example, a game like RimWorld, right? It was constant talking to the audience to understand the game mechanics, and because of that conversational tone back and forth, I think it worked for many months. I mean, we were playing that for like 4 straight months, right? With a game like Mega Bonk, again, initially trying to understand the game mechanics or whatever led to tons of interaction with the audience. Once I finally got the
Adel, thanks for being a member, honey, for 4 months. I appreciate you. When is Phil going to realize the problem is him? Approximately never.
formula down, yeah, that's actually when I think the game got more boring for the audience because didn't have much to talk about anymore. So I think I'll agree with you there. Let's see. JS says, I like watching stuff on your original channel. Batman Arkham Asylum is hilarious even today. A lot of the old stuff resonates. So what I mean, like, when I made this content emote, if you notice, all the emotes, most of the text has to be giant in order to read it. And in this case, it was like a milk carton with all text. It was like, missing, Gunsfelter, if found, blah, blah, and you can't read it. It's like ants, you know? But it was nice. It is a nice emote.
Oh, boy, are we already out of things to talk about? Sir?
You know, you got to play the new releases. Like, Sorrows comes out on Thursday. So I'm going to check.
Who cares?
And doing super well in this game, okay?
Who cares?
They're just not working. All right, they're really not, to be honest with you. They don't seem to catch on. That's what I mean about Sorrows. Like, I'm going to spend $70 on this game, and I don't know if it's going to work. People might be like, nah, roguelike again. You're playing too many roguelikes, you know? And they're right. Like, it seems like every game wants to be a roguelike today. Everyone's following the trend of we have to have a game that's you have to have a perfect run, and it resets if you lose, you know? Yeah, I get it. So, I don't know. So I think, honestly, I'm going to finish Pragmata, because Pragmata we've already played so far into, it would be really stupid to not finish it, okay? But as for Vampire Crawlers, I hate to say it.
No one cares. Move on.
Likely what we're going to end up doing is going to our wish list on Steam and looking for some games there, because we're going to want like an indie style.
No one cares. Move on.
What's up, Pizza Time? How are you, man?
Oof, he's at $5 an hour in. Nothing is working, sir.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh boy, we're just having all of this nothing here. Okay.
Who watch my content?
More nothing.
Talking with me for 2 hours, and we was like a cool thing. Then last month, you guys wanted me to get him on my birthday marathon, right? So I made a formal invite. Why? Because it's the only way I can get his attention. Like if I try to private message him or whatever, he will never see it and never respond. But if I do a big public thing on a show, people will send him the clip, right? So I did a big public thing saying, hey, I got my birthday coming up. I'm doing a day-long marathon. If you want to come by and just hang out for a few minutes, that'd be cool. It's up to you. And apparently he watched the clip. He said, hey, I am interested in doing that. Maybe we will. And then during my birthday marathon, people actually came and reminded him. He said, oh, shit, I actually do want to do that, but I'm going to eat. I'll be right back. And then he got banned from Twitch while he was eating. So because of that, he didn't go back online for a week. So obviously he wasn't able to come and hang out and say hi on the birthday marathon, right? So does anyone actually care? Because here's the thing. People say, oh, he's fake or whatever. Here's the deal. He knows how the game works. So does a lot of people, all right? He probably doesn't really like me, but at the same time, he doesn't hate me. But he knows that reacting to me brings in attention and gets him views. So obviously, he likes them.
Right. He doesn't like you. He doesn't hate you. Asmongold doesn't think enough about you to like you or hate you. But yeah, he content farms you until he's done with you. And then he wipes his ass with you and moves on like the rest of us do. I show up and make fun of you. And then when I'm done with you, yeah, I throw you in the garbage and just keep moving. It's called milking the lol cow. Right.
The fact that we have kind of a little back and forth. And every once in a while, he can talk about me and get a rise from his audience. And then every once in a while, I talk about him and it goes back and have a cool conversation or whatever.
Who cares?
Sure. I'm not going to say no, but that's on him.
This shit happened like almost 6 months ago, man. Let this shit go.
Like right now, my marathon on Friday is going to be fun. We're going to be celebrating the history of Mega Man. We're going to be doing a bunch of Mega Man games. We're going to have a whole bunch of silly fun and memes and good stuff. I'll tell you right now, Friday's going to
Are you inviting him to this marathon?
be a great stream. Okay, it is. It's going to be funny. It's going to be a good time. Everyone's going to have a good time with the Mega Busting Marathon this Friday.
Ugh, I'll be so happy when this is over.
Okay? Now, if he decides he wants to come by and say hello, awesome.
I think he realizes that he's just content for a lot of people, and I think it really hurts his feelings.
He's always welcome. But the last time I checked, I don't think Asmongold is too concerned. He has things going on in his life that are...
Right, he's not concerned about you. Nobody the fuck is, dude. Nobody.
Okay. Maybe Wings would come on, says P. Manning. Wings could come on my show whenever he wants.
Didn't you ban him? Didn't you say he was never allowed on your show ever again? Boy, now that Asmongold doesn't want to be super best friends and wear the fucking friendship bracelet that you made him, boy, that tune, that changed, didn't it?
Good for him. That's a good positive thing. I'm glad for him. You know? I think it sucks that he has to do it with Lolcow, because he said he outright didn't want to do Lolcow stuff again, yet he's doing the Lolcow stuff again. For what I'm to understand, it's a talk show. It's not him doing stunts and horrible, embarrassing things, so I guess that's a good thing. If that's what he wants to do, then more power.
I don't care about Wings of Redemption. Move on.
Streams I never used to do. You know what I'm saying? So, that was awesome that I got all of that based on his appearance and our conversation in November. But I'm not reliant on the guy to make content. Like, I've been doing content for 18 years. I made tons of content before he even existed on the internet, and I'm going to make content for as long as I so choose. I'm good. You know, I don't need Asmongold's involvement. It's nice to have him in the equation if he ever wants to have another conversation. I'm not saying no.
It's nice to have him around when I need a few $1,000s.
Beloved strategy game people can help you with RimWorld. Well, yeah, but the thing is, if I just play another strategy game, then it's just another RimWorld, in which case I'll just go back to RimWorld. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it makes sense to go to another strategy game like RimWorld when we just quit RimWorld because people were tired of RimWorld. You know? Okay. All right, folks. Well, I've covered the topics I want to talk about. And,
which was nothing.
What I'll say now is I would like to open up the chat to open Q&A. All right. We got about maybe 20 minutes or so to just hang out and see what you guys want to talk about today, what's on your mind. Good opportunity for shout outs and discussions and things like that. So let's go and get started. And then after that, we'll get set up for Pokemon. Okay?
Oh, boy. Can't wait for that.
This person says, all I've heard this podcast is excuses. Well, then maybe you should stop talking to yourself. Just saying. What's up, Falapino? How you doing, man?
Ooh, got him. He's such a big bad man.
Views on the Steam controller. We already covered that. We got 2 different segments about the Steam controller. One was a few days ago and one was yesterday. So check out those shows. They're all titled saying that, and you'll find them right here on the channel. Okay? I don't even know what Dawnwalker is. Yeah, Mango Ice Cream Kitty says, will you react to the Dawnwalker presentation? I don't even know what that is.
Not shocked at all.
Tasty Mucus, I have no idea what you're talking about either. I don't know what these things mean. You'll have to elaborate. What's up, Faded Shadow? How you doing? Would I replay?
Oh, this music is terrible. I don't want 20 minutes of would you play this, would you play this, would you play this, would you play this?
15 streams down the line.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, if you guys remind me of that stuff, we'll do it. Uniqueness, thank you for $1. Uniqueness has done a $1 super chat. Thank you for the $1. Because you did 99 cents, it doesn't show up as a pop-up. It has to be $1 to show up as a pop-up on the stream, FYI.
This is some of the worst shit he does. Just sits here. Will you play this game? Will you play this game? And then it's all basically, I don't know, or maybe, or no.
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an upcoming single-player open-world dark fantasy action RPG from Rebel Wolves. Never heard of him. Satan is here too. Good morning, Satan.
So the answer is no, and we'll never hear about it again.
Last good one is Astrobot. It had a PS1 platforming feel. The problem is it banked off of nostalgia. I don't know if they'll ever make a game that relies on its own merits again. Yeah, like you're right. Like that's the last big PlayStation IP. I guess you could argue Kratos with God of War, but those games come out so infrequently that it's hard to keep them in the conversation. Yeah, it's just like PlayStation IP is gone now. Like it's been erased. It's so weird because it was huge at one point. The whole PlayStation family of intellectual property and
it's a mobile dono. He got 49 cents from that, and he's salty.
And culture and plot lines and characters was like very prominent, and now it like doesn't exist anymore. Very weird.
That's pretty funny.
Chippewa says, do you think a long playthrough for a game like GTA 6 will work on the channel? Yes. I feel like GTA 6 will be likely one of the most relevant playthroughs that I've ever done in the last 10 to 15 years.
And if you don't think people are gonna speed run that shit because they've been foaming at the mouth for GTA 6 or how fucking long now, if you don't think people are gonna fucking steamroll that game and your dawdling donkey ass is gonna put 166 hours in, you got another thing coming to you, dude.
It's a game everyone will want to play. Everyone will want to see their favorite content creators play.
Right, and you're no one's fucking favorite content creator. Everyone is going to either want to buy the game and play it themselves or watch somebody who doesn't suck ass, i.e. not you. And you're going to go slow as fuck anyway.
It's going to be clippable. You know what I mean? It's going to be big.
How dented is Phil today? This is some hella 220 bullshit. But I appreciate Johnny Big Ups.
Attention for a lot of people. For me, I know every time.
What will happen first? Phil's second bankruptcy or GTA 6? I don't think we're right there on the edge of bankruptcy 2.0 yet. Not yet, because he still pulls like the 2K birthday marathons and things like that. So I don't think we're right there yet. If I had to pick one, I would think that GTA 6 would happen before bankruptcy 2.0.
Time I play a GTA game, people show up, okay? And in this case, the fact that it's been so long waiting for this game, even if it's good, bad, or somewhere in between, people are going to want to see DSP play GTA 6. I'm down for it. I'm excited for it.
I have no desire to watch you play GTA 6. I also have no desire to play GTA 6. Those aren't my kinds of games. But I have no desire to watch you play that.
I think it's going to be a very big thing.
It won't be bankruptcy 2.0. He'll lose the condo. Oh, damn.
Okay? Just
lose it. He never had it. He ain't even finished paying for it yet.
to be honest. Especially if I have someone who's editing videos and making content for me and stuff.
Second bankruptcy won't be until April next year at the earliest, for what it's worth.
I mean, we could be clipping stuff off of it constantly to make fun montage and stuff. I think it's going to be great. Leon, no, I'm not waiting for PC release. Obviously, I'm playing GTA 6 and it releases on PlayStation 5 Pro.
He wants a second mortgage to pay off the IRS. He will lose the condo. Oh, my. I'll watch the This Is How You Don't Play of GTA 6. I might watch that. I might watch that for sure. Right, Homeless 1.0. Oh boy, we're just not going to say anything? Okay.
No? Well, then you just can't play it unless you're emulating it. You know, they've never experienced, and I really don't have access to them right now. And that's stupid. They should be banking on that and capitalizing on it. There's no reason not to. Besides, they're just lazy. Just being honest.
What is this? Would it be funny if Phil had to move back into his parents' house? I think that would be funny. But that's the kind of fucked up broad I am.
Why is the neck hole on my shirt so big? Because it's not a regular t-shirt.
Oh, God, no. Don't. No. Man, no. Stop. Stop it.
And then I'll flex. I'll flex with Frog. But we
Sir, no. No.
got to get Frog on the stream. So get to it. Let's get some gifted subs. Let's get some super chats. Let's go.
Oh, so you're going to flex your body for money like a slut. Just as long as we're clear on what you're doing.
I played the Ratchet & Clank games. I had the Ratchet & Clank trilogy on PlayStation 3, HD editions of the original 3 Ratchet & Clank games, and I'm pretty sure I played them all. I know
it's very true. That was some straight up fucking Teletubby music.
I played the Jack trilogy. Jack 1, 2, 3. I know I played at least Ratchet & Clank 1 and 2. I don't know if I played 3. Ratchet & Clank HD, Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Ratchet & Clank 2016, Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, Ratchet & Clank Full Frontal Assault, Ratchet & Clank All for One.
What in the fuck is happening here? Move on.
Via Kick, it was another...
And don't ever do that again. That was foul. Ein, thank you for the 220. I'm not reading that. But thank you. I appreciate you.
Company. And I said, send me the information, and they did. And when I went to check out their website, it literally says, this site is blocked in your geolocation due to gambling laws. So I can never do online gambling. It's outlawed here.
Well, thank fuck for that, or you'd already be fucking homeless, I think.
What's going on, Chris? How are you today?
It's almost like if God won't save you, the government will.
We basically played it all throughout the summer of 2024, and then we put it on hiatus, and we just never went back to it. No, I'm not playing Fortnite. I don't have a current game of the year because I'm not going to answer those kind of questions anymore. It's very simply put. I don't know what my game of the year is till the end of the year, when I've actually played everything and I compare it all
I don't know what the game of the year is until they say what the game of the year is.
Against each other in my head. I don't know what my game of the year nomination is right now. No clue. Zero. So I'm just going to say that from now on and not waste my time trying to figure it out because it's just a waste of time. Usually, what I would say right now is my game of the year ends up not being game of the year anyway because it's too early in the year. Satan, we already talked about it, but I know you joined late. So Tomodachi Life is definitely a huge candidate for a late night stream coming up. Then we'll play like Dragon Quest 7. You don't want to jump into other ones soon. So we'll probably give it a rest, but then come back to it later. And I would love to do another one eventually. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that.
The disability checks are long spent and he's hurting. I've not seen such a low supported podcast. Yeah, this is pretty bad, yo.
Gary says, will you play the DLC for Resident Evil Requiem that's maybe coming out in May? If it's story-based, yes. I'm interested in it. Let's see if and when it comes out. And if it's story-based and interesting, I will
Oof, $14 reduce.
play it, okay? 50 subs if I take my shirt off? That's not how it works. It's you give 50 subs, and then I'll take my shirt off.
God, please, no.
That's how it works. It's not I take my shirt off, and then you give me 50 subs.
I don't even care if you gift him the subs. I don't give a fuck about that. Please, if anything, put more on, please.
It's the other way around because you're not trustworthy, you see? That's how it works.
I think the one that's not trustworthy here is you, sir.
You get a super chat of the day.
Oh, here comes that one dent
Thank you
that
so
gives
much.
him a bunch of money. There we go.
So, guys, if you have enjoyed today's chill vibes and podcast, please support the stream in some way. Right now, if
No. Boo. Boo. No.
you're watching on YouTube live, you could give the stream a like, and the like helps a ton for engagement purposes. It would help to get some boost of engagement for the end of the week. The engagement that I got on my review of Crimson Desert has fallen off. I mean, the video's not getting views anymore. It ended up around 11,000 and change. At the end of the day, it'll probably hit 12,000 and then completely die. So, getting more engagement right now would help. If you could like the stream, let's get it to 100 likes on YouTube. Also, you can support the stream
Begging for likes. Sad as fuck.
via many ways. If you're on YouTube, you could do a super chat like Tim just did, or you can become a member or give some memberships to the community. That would be appreciated. If you're on the kick side, you could send some kicks my way or become a sub or give some subs. Right now, today is Tuesday. It's the final day of the week that counts towards this week for kick. So anything I get today, I get paid for this week, and it would help a lot. Please support on kick. So far today, we have absolutely no
It's the last day for kick money.
support whatsoever from kick the entire show. Let's get some kick support by the end of the podcast, okay? And no matter how you're watching, you can tip me via PayPal. You can use the tips command, exclamation point, tip in the chat, or you can look at the description of the stream or video to see the link that you could send a tip via PayPal. Everything appreciated.
And I'll send you pictures of my feet and me flexing. Check back for my OnlyFans link coming soon.
Let's get some support rolling and let's do some shout outs for the end of the show. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to wrap it up by now. Oh yeah, then he's got to take his break, doesn't he? Nope, we're still sitting here. Okay. Great job. With all this fucking
I know it's weird. It's the way that kick works.
dead air.
Kick is Wednesday to Tuesday. Does that make any sense? No. But that's how their revenue week works. And then it ends on Tuesday. And then you get paid on Thursday for how you performed the week before from Wednesday to Tuesday. So today, technically, is my final day for...
I mean, like, YouTube works kind of weird too. However much money you make from the first of the month till the last day of the month, you don't see that money until the 21st of the following month. So really, like...
revenue on kick to pay for this week. And it's been a slow week, so it'd be nice to get some last minute support.
But you're good, right? You're so successful. Oh, here we go. Please listen. I'm genuinely not trying to troll. Why do you mention when Kick pays out? No other streamer says that. It makes you sound like you're broke and living paycheck to paycheck. Well, 'cause he is. And from what I have been told and come to understand, them kick checks ain't shit. And I think he thought that shit was going to last forever. Well, he thinks all this shit's going to last forever. Kick support has bottomed out. He's at $113 this week after fees. He's been over $150 consistently. And a few months ago, he was at $300. Oof. Down by like fucking 60%. Jesus Christ. That's rough, man.
Ace Combat is coming out with a new game this year. I would consider it. Like I said, I'm open to any kind of game now, any genre or any kind of game.
He went right past that one to the message right below
If you
it.
guys remind me at the end of the year, it's something you're interested in seeing me try out, I would try it. I don't know how good
So I guess he's deciding to not talk about that.
I would be at it. I don't really do flight games that often.
Can't you just charge people money like you did in that one game?
Listen, this person said my offer stands 50 subs, then you get the thing. You gift 50 subs right now, then you get the thing. It doesn't work where I give you something for nothing and then I expect that you're going to give me something in return. That's not how it works. I am the streamer, not you. So you support, then you get...
But really, how much skin is it really off your ass to just take the shirt off? Please, for the love of God, don't. But really, And then because here's the thing, if you do it and they don't pay you, then you feel fucking stupid. But let's be honest, if they paid you, you'd be like, thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
The reward. That simple.
Hello, sir? Are we good? No, you're not going to respond to that one that calls you a brokey boy? Not gonna say anything?
Oh, and for the record, that offer is only good for this podcast, which is going to end in about 10 to 15 minutes. So you have 10 to 15 minutes to deliver on what you want, or what you said you would do, to get your reward, or else you get nothing. So,
he's dying to take that shirt off. He really is. He's like holding it in. He wants to, but he knows he probably wouldn't get the money, and he'd look stupid as fuck. But yeah, he wants to.
Do it. Get to it.
He wants those fucking subs. He does. Imagine like this is where you get to in your life, saying things like 50 subs and I'll take my shirt off. Imagine that like this is where you get. This man has a college degree. Sitting here. You give me 50 gifted subs, I'll take my shirt off. Like, I do not want his shirt off. Like, no. I wish he would, in fact, put more things on immediately, if not sooner. You know who? Thank you for the 5. I hate when he says something doesn't make sense just because he doesn't get it. It's done that way for a reason. He just doesn't know why. Big ups, Toxie. Yep. Anything that doesn't make sense in his tiny little brain is therefore stupid. Well, just like how, Taco Bell is scamming everybody, of course. Getting everyone to get that new crunch wrap. And then...
Notice how he clams up immediately when I say that, of course, right?
Well, why are you entertaining it? The fact that you're entertaining it is like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Like, move on.
A new DayZ map? It's pretty late for them to be giving new maps to DayZ. Holy crap. That's pretty wild that they're still dropping maps in DayZ.
Maybe Phil thinks he's as attractive as an OnlyFans model. He is not. Maybe he thinks he is Leon. Blasphemous, and I won't hear that shit in my chat. Maybe he thinks he's Leon. The fuck out of here.
Amir, here's the thing. Amir says, why not do emulators on the PC? It's not that I can't. All right? It's not that I can't.
Oh, there you go. 50 gifteds. And if I'm feeling positive after you verify with a super chat in US dollars, I'll consider it. He won't do it anyway.
I'm not well versed in it. I've never done it before. Last time I emulated stuff was over 10 years ago. Okay, and it was Nintendo stuff, which, by the way, you can't emulate anymore because Nintendo shut down all the emulation websites that housed all of the ROMs and shit. You can't even find it anymore.
I can really feel his passion and dedication to video games in this conversation. You give me the 50 gifted subs now or I don't take my shirt off.
So it's not that I couldn't emulate stuff, but I'd have to figure out what's the best way to do it, what's the best emulator, what's the stable way to do it so it doesn't crash the PC constantly and crap like that. And then there's the legality issue, because you have to understand that unlike other streamers, I have a huge group of A-logging morons who literally stalk me and try to find things that they can get me on. So, likely if I were to say start emulating PS2 games, they'd probably try to contact fucking Sony and be like, there's a streamer out
I apologize deeply for my Phil Leon comment. All is forgiven.
emulating all your games illegally.
Here's the thing. It was funny, though. That's the point. You got to make the joke.
Blah, blah, blah. So it's dumb. Because 99% of people don't have to deal with that shit, but I would have to, which is why I stay away. If there was a way right now.
This is factually false. Still plenty of ROM sites around. Yes, I know.
To spend money and buy a game, like a PS2 game, and play it, I would.
Oh, there you go. 220 will like throw some pity at you. There you go. There's some pity money.
Do it without, drop of a hat, no, not on a whim, no problem. You see what I'm saying? But in the reality.
Here's some pity money, honey, so you don't have to cry in front of your wife.
In relation to me emulating, yeah, it's a gray area. It's not very safe. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to do this new Korean chicken place.
Nope, just nothing.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of dead air.
I've been doing it longer than pretty much anyone. Like, if you look at how long I did DSP Tries It, it's pretty much longer running than anyone who does internet reviews, to be honest. So, that's pretty cool.
I thought that, we only had 20 more minutes for this.
My shirt off and show my guns. I never did that. Why do you think I banned you on Kick for saying that? I didn't do that at all. Maybe the bot got you. The bot got a few people this morning. If you were spamming and stuff. Yeah, look, it timed out quite a few people. I'm looking right now. I'm actually scrolling up. Yeah, the bot got a few people. I only.
Oh, there you go. That Tim didn't sent you 10 gifteds. There you go, honey.
And like 2 actual trolls. Tim, thank you so much. Tim has just gifted.
Sometimes you throw coins in the cup because you're tired of the asshole shaking it. That's a lot of what it is. If he just begs long enough, Somebody will give him something and go, here, shut the fuck up. It's the kid crying in Target. And finally, after enough walking around, you take a fucking Hershey bar off the fucking shelf, and you stick it in their mouth and you go, here, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of listening to you. Oh, withholding for 50. Needs 50 to play. Oh, okay.
A whopping 10 memberships to the community.
Well, he got it, so.
Now, the thing is, I know that Tim is Euros, right? So actually, that should be pretty good. Because
Wow.
it's so weird how YouTube does memberships. They do regional pricing. So if you're in a place where your currency is less valued, for some reason, the streamer receives less for the
Correct.
membership. But because Tim is Euros, I might actually receive more. So thank you, Tim, for 10 memberships for the YouTube community this morning. That is very...
Just say thank you. Jesus Christ. You don't have to out these people and where they live and what the conversion rate is. Just, Jesus Christ, man. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you for thinking about me today. That's really nice of you. I appreciate you. Like, you don't have to do all of this.
Very appreciated. Likely that will amount to around $30 of support for me. So thank you so much, Tim.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Some guy, 78, just gifted 5 subs over on Kick.
There you go. Oh, do you feel like you have value now? Do you feel better?
Thank you to some guy. So we should see, wow, now it's going to be battling of memberships and subs. They're going to be battling for pop-ups here. We finally got some Kick support this morning. I appreciate that very much. And then Tim just did another €5 super chat, and he said, sending some positive vibes. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it, guys. I really do.
He's getting the money buff. There you go. He's coming back to life.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the chill show today. Last
Boo.
chance if you want to talk, because we'll probably hang out for another 10 minutes, and then we'll end the show for today.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to hang out for another 10. Well, the money's coming in now. He knows once he starts playing Pokemon, he's fucked.
Okay. This is a longer podcast, which is good. It's good to do a longer show every once in a while. We're going to have shorter shows for the next couple of days.
I don't know if they're fake subs. That Tim Dent seems, he gives them a lot of money. I don't think they're fake.
2 days will be a morning show, and then Friday there's nothing because Friday is the big marathon. So we're just going to get right into it, and I'll probably have a couple drinks.
Man, imagine it being Tuesday and you're already excited to drink on Friday. God damn.
You know what's funny? So
That right there that you just said, like you being so excited.
I was preparing for this marathon on Friday, and I was looking at like what kind of liquor and stuff do I have in the house, and I was like, man,
Preparing for the marathon by looking at how much liquor you have in the house. I'm not judging anybody. Drink and do whatever the fuck you want, but like tell me you're an alcoholic without telling me you're an alcoholic.
I really liked that espresso drink that I had last time, the Cutwater espresso, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy them again. No, I haven't drank any of them. I just had like the one that I had on the stream.
Tim's legit, pathetic but legit. He's been doxxed on X for being a gay bear.
I still have like 2 or 3 left. I was like, cool. Very nice.
I cannot do Pokemon today. I've had a good day. Not going to let Phil ruin that by accident. No, I get it, Jerry. No problem.
Cracker Jacks, no.
Nobody ever has to feel obligated to hang around. I would like to stay and stream more and hang out more, but a lot of the games that he plays, I'm either not interested in or I don't follow. And so I don't hang around because it's like, if I'm not going to say a whole lot, then it's like, then you guys should just go like hang out with like Rafael, or if somebody else is streaming who maybe knows more about the game. Like I just feel silly when I just really wouldn't have anything to say. Pokemon Fire Red is something rare for me for once that he plays that one I just know about and I have interest in. So I hang out and play Pokemon. Watch him suck ass at Pokemon.
Interview. We're just having a regular podcast. Remember, the podcast used to always go till around 1:30 p.m. But then we started doing the morning show, and the morning show is shorter. Today, we're going to have the podcast go to its normal.
Yeah, but now this is longer.
Schedule time. And then
this is terrible.
Do my break and then come back and play about 2.5 hours of Pokemon. Amir, I'm well aware about the backwards compatible PS3. I had many of them. The thing is, good luck getting one these days that works. You know, I'm not going to go out there and seek an old PS3 and pay top dollar on eBay for one. I will play Call of Duty this year, yeah. I'm going to do whatever the new Call of Duty is, you know I'm going to get it. Even though it's not on Game Pass, I'm still going to get it. It's worth it because I get good amounts of gameplay out of it, even if it's not even long lasting. And I believe that Mad TV actually wants to play with me when the new Call of Duty comes out, and I'm down for that. Yes, I will unban you on Kick. I don't even know who banned you. Taco.
No, he has still not gotten to the fucking game, and he just said we're going to hang out for another 10 minutes before we do get to the game.
Here we go. Oh, I did double type. What the heck? What is going on? Whoa, it won't.
Oh, Alien Isolation scared the fuck out of me. I have not heard that they're making a second one. I think he talked about it briefly. That game like was fucking it chilling to me. If they're making a second one, I'm in. I'm excited. I'm down.
What the? Okay, I think you got him banned. It was glitching, but I think it works now. There we go.
Phil brought a Geodude to Misty's gym. He fucking threw that Geodude out to that Slowpoke. That's the part that
Weird.
money restarts the clock. Well, yeah, he knows he's not going to make a whole lot during Pokemon, more than likely. So now that the money has started to trickle in here a little bit, yeah, he wants to stay here and do this. Plus, he doesn't want to play Pokemon. Let's say what it is, yeah.
Now the pop-ups are coming in for the gifted subs on Kickside. No problem. I don't even know why you got banned. Again, I don't remember banning you, but who knows?
I have to play what on stream, honey?
Here, let me look.
I have a Toxi gaming channel in the works. So we will see. Oh, look at this pop-up.
Oh, you idiot. You called me a monkey, you idiot. That's why you got banned. Don't call the streamer a monkey and you won't get banned. It's not rocket science. Like,
Slowpoke is a plant type. That hurts my soul in 17 different ways.
people say shit. Oh, I got banned because I asked you to take your shirt off. No, you called me a monkey. You fucking idiot. That's why you were banned. Like, it wasn't the action that you're claiming it was that got you banned. It's that you're a fucking moron. So if you act like a moron, I'm going to ban you. How close are we to finishing House PI and Pragmata? House PI, all right, I think we are.
I have the Toxi gaming channel. I didn't know if anybody would care. And I'm never going to sit here and say I'm a gamer. And even to me, I know I play like pretty long-winded, boring stuff. It's a lot of sim stuff and everything.
Let's see. We're 11 hours in. People are saying if you play as a completionist, it's 20 hours long.
I'd play the fuck out of Resident Evil 4. It's still my favorite Resident Evil game.
I probably won't do 100%
We'd get all kinds of Leon all the time.
completion, to be honest. So we're more than halfway through, and we're playing again tonight. So we are a good chunk. We're still going to play it for a bit to wrap it up. It's not done yet. So that'll continue next week. As for Pragmata, we're apparently almost done. We're also 11 hours into Pragmata, and that's only a 15-hour game. So we probably have maybe 1-2 stream stops to wrap that up. So there you go.
We want the Toxi gaming channel? Oh, I didn't know. Long-winded stuff works when you have a personality. Works for Toxi. Will never work for
Well,
Phil.
that's the thing, Jay Kuma. He says,
I play things like Planet Zoo, which is long-winded and boring. It's running a zoo. Like, who cares? I care because, like, that's just where my brain goes. I play things like House Flipper. Who cares? Nobody.
from my understanding, you can get a working PS3 Slim for 150. PS3 Slim doesn't play PS2 games.
Usually when I play certain games, I either have to like look up a guide or something. Like, I'm not sitting here like, you know, I could pick up any game and play it like a professional. No, this is not true.
Only the Model 1 PS3s played PS2 games. Okay? If you're talking digitally, yes, any PS3 could digitally play PS2 and PS1 games. That is the case. But I think you're talking about the one that's backwards compatible. PS3 is not backwards compatible. Standard PS3.
Oh, Lord. This Tim dude's gonna run out of money.
Okay. So we have another super chat. Thank you. I'll shout that out in a second, Tim. I'm trying to find the ones that we definitively started this year. So it had to begin in 2026. Let's find out.
It's true. Could always play games and shit on Phil simultaneously. It's true.
When did this one start? Nope. Let's see.
Now
Nope.
we're just
We did beat
staring
Hellmart.
at nothing.
So honestly, it's about even, actually. It's about an even split of games that I finished and games we're going to finish Dragon Quest. The thing is, these games are so long, right? Like Dragon Quest and shit, like Pokemon, they've been going on forever. So you can't technically count them as playthroughs that are done yet, but they will finish. Overall, it looks like it's about even, about half and half. And hey, that's a big change, for sure. It used to be, hey, I'd start a game, and I would always commit to beating the game, and I'd end up playing games no one wanted for months. Now we're able to try a game, see if it works, play it for a few.
Who asked for Dragon Quest, by the way? Who asked for like half of this stuff? Tim's grandma's running out of money.
time. Like some of those games that we didn't finish, it's fine because people liked them and we're still going to go back, right? Other games like Quarantine Zone, that was a perfect game for 2-3 streams and then we're like, okay, we saw enough and we move on. So I think that the current way I'm doing things is much better than the old way, and I think it is resulting in more people enjoying the content than they used to. So Tim, thank you for another 10 euros, because I'm trying to get the King's Tax to a hundo before the podcast ends. Well, indeed, I think you have done that. Because with that 10 euros, that's the equivalent of $11.71. So that means that now you've upped your top super chat amount. And we have now gotten to 98 of support. Thanks to...
Yes, Resident Evil 4 does have that sticky grenade launcher. And if you fully upgrade it, it will move to the target. It has the target seeking, whatever you call it. And then it blows them the fuck up. And it's really fun.
Tim, thank you so much, Tim. And then Secret Rain did a $2 super chat. He says, beating the Elite Four is technically beating Fire Red. And you know we're going to do that. We're going to actually, you know, beat the main story.
Well, could you stop, knock off this bullshit and get to the game, please? Or we're never going to see the Elite Four. For Jesus Christ, I'm already 41. I'm going to be 50 before we get to the fucking Elite Four. Could we play the game?
The Fire Red, for sure. Thank you to Secret Rain for $2. I appreciate that. Very good. Are you guys annoyed at Krebs? Do you want me to ban him for spamming? Because he is spamming, but I've just ignored him. But if you guys are bothered because you're bringing it up now, I'll just get rid of him. Yes? Okay. Try to be nice, but, you know, you spam the chat like an idiot. Okay.
Why would you ask people to vote on that?
All right, guys. Well,
silently remove it from your chat and never say anything.
Oh, I think this was a great podcast. Did you enjoy it? I did. I had a good time. And
boo. No, boo.
Chill vibes, and we figured out, hey, it is what it is with both Pragmata and Vampire Crawlers. Pragmata, we'll finish. Vampire Crawlers, I guess we'll call it, and we're done with it. Next few games that we're going to play, we'll probably do Tomodachi Life sooner rather than later. We'll probably bring back Classic Street Fighter at least once a week, maybe Friday nights, Friday Night Fights. We're going to continue with Mouse PI. We're going to continue and finish Dragon Quest. We're going to continue and finish a Pokemon, a Fire Red. And then we got Sorrows coming out on Thursday. So we got a lot of stuff to juggle. Early May, we may add a new game or two. We'll probably end up looking at the Indies wish list that we got on Steam and maybe try a few games there and go from there. All right, so good stuff. Okay. All righty, folks. So thank you so very much for chilling for the Level 1 podcast today. I hope that you enjoyed the show. So quick reminder, there will not be a Level 1 podcast again until Sunday. We're getting back on track with the normal schedule. The next couple of days, there will be DSP morning shows. And then Friday is the big May 1st marathon for Mega Man, and therefore there'll be no podcast that day either. All right, but
it's burst, asshole, burst.
Certainly hope that you guys will come back, hang out, and have a good time with me over the course of this next coming week. And I will be back for a full-length Level 1 podcast to get you all caught up this coming Sunday. Thank you all very, very much for watching the Level 1 podcast. I will see you soon. Peace out.
2 hours of this man having nothing to fucking say. Like, that's it. What did we ever talk about? And he wage quit that vampire one. He just said, well, fuck it. We're done with that one.
Hi. It's time to do some highlights. Let's play some highlight clips, okay? And after the highlights, I'll be back. We're going to swap over. We're going to do Pokemon Fire Red for the afternoon. All right, I'm probably going to have some iced coffee when we come back. Let me actually move my monitor over here. Thank you all for a great podcast. That was a good one.
That sucked ass, but okay, I guess.
Okay. All right, so let's go on a brief break. By the way, time's up. No 50 subs means no shirt off for you, bro. You had your opportunity, you didn't do it. So tough shit.
Still thinking about that. Let that go. Don't say tough shit. Like he missed the window. You're the one still thinking about it.
Anyway, so let's chill, enjoy some highlight clips while I am on break. All right, and when I come back, it will be Pokemon Fire Red right here on the stream continuing on. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you for the early support. Thanks for chilling. Hope you enjoyed the show. And enjoy some clips while I'm gone, and I'll be right back. What's up, Jade? Good to see you. I'll be right back, everybody. Enjoy.
Oh, merciful crap. I don't have the patience for this today. I'm not going to sit here and wait now for 15 minutes for this fucking loser to go do whatever it is that he's doing. So, I know that Tevin was streaming all the Pokemon streams. He might be live if you want to go hang out with the almighty Tevin. Of course, you can go and hang out with Raw Phil I'm not sure if anybody else is streaming, but if you have other favorite people who do their detracting and their restreaming, you can go and hang out with them. I can already tell he is too long-winded, and I don't have the patience today. Unfortunately, he's toxic and shitty, but like just not toxic and shitty enough for me. So big ups, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with me. We will do this again real soon, and we'll see what kind of shenanigans he gets into today. And we'll see if tomorrow is a good day to shit on him and make fun of him or not. Usually every day is a good day for that, but I like it to be a little bit interesting. And I'm sorry, today was kind of a letdown. And so I'm over it. So big ups, everybody. Thank you very much. As always, stay toxic, my friends.